Should be kicking on any second now. Perfect, we're up. What's good, everyone? It is Sunday Night Football, what we have been waiting for all day as all the games have concluded. And we're about to have the Kansas City Chiefs and New York Jets take the field in less than 20 minutes. This should be a fun game. I think it should be more of an enticing game than last week. A lot of people expect this is going to be a blowout. This isn't going to be close. I hope for it. I really do. But I still think the New York Jets defense has some challenges that can prevent from Kansas City to make things difficult. Now, if the Kansas City Chiefs offense looks the same as they did against the Bears, against this Jets defense, this is going to be a fun game. And I expect our defense have a day. Like I mentioned in my videos this week, Zach Wilson, he does not have confidence. Sick them boys. This defense, I'm hoping for turnovers. I'm hoping to be relentless, and I'm hoping to get after Zach Wilson and make sure that, hey, this was never going to be a game. Because one of my main concerns about this game, and it's funny, I usually get concerned when it's a highly hyped game. And we've seen everything that's gone on through this week. This feels like, I don't want to put it on the level, but it feels like a Super Bowl kind of level. Now, I know that may be to the extreme, but media-wise, of course, you got Taylor Swift, you got Paul Rudd, you got Hugh Jackman, and then, I don't know if you guys caught, Mahomes released one of his new shoes today, the away shoes, and then he basically had a great promotion on one of the New York buildings, too. I'm like, okay, all this is happening. Y'all better handle business in New York, because if you don't, you'll look like fools. But I'm not going to question it, and I just hope it's all moving forward and everything looks good. And let me adjust the sound real quick. That's one thing I'm happy about, too. I'm glad we started early. Everything is working smoothly. Any technical issues are pushed aside, so that's always a great start. And I already see there's a few people in the chat already. Tyler, Taron, it's good to see you in here. It's going to be a fun game. It's funny that you mentioned it, Teron, actually, about the Taylor Swift thing. I wasn't thinking that either until I saw the most recent commercials and I saw her promoting her new tour coming up. And I still don't know what to feel about if it's a relationship, if it's not. Honestly, I'm not too concerned. And I don't think this is going to phase the team by any means because they've been under the center spotlight ever since Mahomes became the quarterback. So I don't really know what to make of it. I guess just ride the wave, and hopefully it all ends up good, and it leads to another Super Bowl championship for the Kansas City Chiefs. What up, Charlie? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting over a little cold, but I just been watching football, chilling on the couch all day today. A typical Sunday, and then you get to your Kansas City Chiefs football. Hey, let's have some fun. And it's just been a good day. I know a lot of people, I hear from Chiefs Kingdom a lot of the time too. They would prefer the Chiefs games earlier, but since we've been like center stage, showtime, I've gotten used to, hey, just let everyone play their games and I can relax. I can do things. I live in Orlando, so I go to theme parks and things like that as well. And I can get everything out of my schedule away, and then nighttime comes, and then, hey, let's have a good time and watch the Kansas City Chiefs game. I hope you had a good day today as well. And Queen, I'm on the same vibe you're on, honestly, too. I think the defense has played phenomenal to start this year. And I think this is a perfect challenge against this New York Jets offense. I just think they need to know how they're going to be attacked. And the New York Jets, if they want to win this game, it's obvious. You control the possession, and you try to give the ball as many times as you can to Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook. So the Kansas City Chiefs have to be aware of that, and I believe they are. And if they stop the run and they force Robert Saleh to make Zach Wilson throw the ball, the Chiefs Kingdom is going to be very happy at the end of the day. Because I don't see a scenario where Zach Wilson is just dicing up this defense. This secondary is just way too good. And one, the Jets' offensive line is not great. So if you're going to throw the ball, you better look out for the dogs like Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, Mike Dana. They're going to come after it. So Kansas City, be prepared for the run early. And if you stop it early, it's their game all day. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be whole Taylor Swift thing again. I don't think it's going to be a distraction for Travis Kelce. I mean, look at what he's been through throughout his whole career. He's had a dating show. He's been through multiple scenarios, all the way back to college, too. I just think Travis Kelce is the guy who loves to be under the spotlight, and this basically puts him in that scenario as well. I don't think that would hurt him, but it's definitely never been this bright before with him supposedly going out with Taylor Swift. So we'll have to see how that turns out. If they score 50 points this week, that would be more impressive than almost getting 50 last week, because Chicago Bears defense, it's not, to me, it's not a defense. I think the New York Jets defense is really respectable. And if this offense is still clicking against this defense, that's gonna show everyone, oh, the Kansas City Chiefs are the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's gonna be a good time. And that's what I'm really hoping for here is defense, keep doing what you're doing, but offense, I want to see you replicate what you did last week against a good defense. Because who was it? Jermaine Johnson. Hey, he threw out bulletin board material this week saying, hey, we got something for Mahomes. Hey, I don't know if you should have said that, but he did. And then Mahomes' trainer said, okay, basically bet. Let's see what happens. If anything, I don't think that was bulletin board material for Mahomes. I think it's bulletin board material for this offensive line, because it's disrespectful to say, you really think you're going to come after Mahomes today? All right. Creed Humphrey even said, this game is going to be won in the trenches. So best believe Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Jawan Taylor, Donovan Smith, Joe Tooney, they're going to make sure no one touches Mahomes today. And honestly, now that we're talking about the O-line, and I know I'm going like 1,000 miles an hour because I got a lot of things on my head, but Jawan Taylor, is he going to be under the spotlight still? I'm curious on how the refs treat him, because I watched a lot of football today because I had the perfect time to relax. Specifically, the Eagles taking on the Commanders. And there was a lot of false starts, illegal formations that weren't called. It just seems like Jawan Taylor's getting picked on. Something needs to change. I don't think Jawan Taylor is that far off from all these other dudes. The refs just need to lay off a little bit. Yeah, them early games could be something out. It just depends on what your schedule is. If you ain't got nothing, you can enjoy it, and then you can just get to a night game. If you tied up in a lot of things, yeah, it could feel exhausting. I would I would love to see Mahomes pick on Sauce Gardner, but hey, he is a star cornerback in this league. And if he gives Mahomes the chance and Mahomes likes his option, no matter who it is, we know Mahomes, he doesn't care who's covering. He's going to go after anybody. So I'm excited to see these matchups. And it's funny, too. I don't know if you guys caught this week. Mahomes, when he mentioned the cornerback Reed, and he was like, oh, he had a pick six on me in college. Mahomes is such a football nerd. How do you just remember that? Like, that's nuts. And I'm excited because he knows every single one of these players, their strengths, their weaknesses, and believe he's going to try to show out. And that's one thing. What are these receivers going to do? For me, I believe each and every week they have progressed. Specifically, guys like Sky Moore, Rashee Rice, the receiving cores look better. I want to see them take another leap. And I want to see other guys like KT, MVS. Justin Watson's also been doing good, surprisingly. Take that step, too. We got this step. Let's be explosive. And, of course, my nose going to act up at the moment. Let me get to this chat. Ooh. My nose really got to me, got my eyes watering. Trust me, I ain't crying this early. I better not be crying at all in this game. Oh, Adam, I appreciate the super chat. Let me get that. Oh, I've been doing good. Like I mentioned, I'm fighting through a cold right now. But as for that, I've been solid. I've been watching good football. Kansas City going on a small winning streak. Hopefully it continues tonight. I appreciate you checking in, and I appreciate the super chat. Teron, you mentioned it, and I think I mention it all the time too. That would be a perfect game plan. You attack the New York Jets the same way they're probably going to attack you. As I mentioned in every video, run the damn ball. This can be a perfect game for Isaiah Pacheco. He's now coming off of consecutive weeks where he has 60 plus yards and a touchdown. Let's get that boy to 100 yards and keep feeding him. Because like I mentioned, one of the Jets' strengths is that secondary. And if they're playing stingy and they're not giving any room to these receivers, Coach Reed, don't play dumb, don't play cute. You had 3 running backs last week, get 4 touchdowns. Replicate that. You can find multiple ways to get in the end zone, do it. And if the running back's got to take over, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'd love to see Pacheco break the century mark for the first time this season. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Game balls. I don't want to go with the obvious because everyone's going to be like, Mahomes, of course, that's obvious. Travis Kelce because Taylor Swift's in the crowd. Let me go something. Let me stick with the defense. And I'm going to say Trent McDuffie gets his first pick today. And I'm going to say I'm going to say he gets his first pick, but I'm going to say bold prediction, he gets 2 picks and takes 1 to the house. I'm going to stick with that. And if that's true, he's game ball for me. Oh, that's another thing too. For the chat that's already in here, since what do we have left? We got like 15 minutes. Let me know some of the top games that caught your eye today. As Teron mentioned, EB, he's doing stuff with Sam Howell and the Commanders. Now they didn't win, but the boy looks like a good quarterback. And honestly, if it wasn't for that, I know I'm gonna keep sticking on the O-line thing. That tush push where the whole line jumped early, anyone's going to get a yard in that situation. The league needs to stricken that down. And if they don't do that, who knows what happens. But the Commanders played very solid today. That Raiders and Broncos game. The Chargers, not the Raiders and Broncos, the Chargers and Raiders. The Chargers were chargering, and then the Raiders raidered. And won. They almost let Khalil Mack beat our boy Derek Thomas' sack record. I'm like, oh my goodness. I didn't even know Khalil Mack still had that in him. That was absurd. And then Justin Herbert, we know he's a warrior. He hurt his finger, came back. He had like the biggest splint on it. And then, man, their coaching. Their coaching is something else. Like, one almost cost them the game. Then you get the ball back after interception. And then you just decide on 3rd and 10 with a minute left to chuck it deep. It worked. Josh Palmer caught it. But, we said Brandon Staley has balls, and that's true. But, man, it's going to cost them a coaching job if they don't work. And then it's funny, too, before I get back to the comments, was my favorite games today were the winless teams. One, you had the Panthers and Vikings battling it out to get their first win. And then who was the other one? I'm drawing up. The Broncos and Bears. The Bears were up 28-7, and then the Broncos finally got it clicking. I'm like, how are these games the most exciting of the day? These teams are really fighting to get their first win, and hey, I'm kind of happy the Broncos got their win because there's a little something in me saying that Sean Payton really wants the tank to get Caleb Williams. So if he can win here and get him out of the running, I'm perfectly fine with that and keeping Russ still in Denver. I don't know what box Taylor Swift is in. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I know she's with a lot of celebrities, and then I heard she had dinner with Oh, I'm drawing blanks. Well, it was more celebrities, and then Brittany Mahomes was there as well. I was like, that's why it's hard to say. Is this true? Is this publicity? What's going on here? And then even on the Jet side, Aaron Rodgers is there on the sideline. I'm like, what kind of game is this? I think what happened, like, if we want to talk about conspiracies, publicity, whatever it may be, I think the NFL felt that the Kansas City Chiefs could blow the Jets out here and they could lose viewership. So bring all the celebrities. Aaron, get your ass into the stadium. Make sure people tune in. I really believe that probably is the case, if anything. Those are two good game balls. I would love to see King George or Tranquil just go off today. And Tranquil filling in for Nick Bolton again. He looked very solid last week, and we all knew he is a stud linebacker. But now he's getting into that mold, into that role as well. Hey, do it again. Let's have fun. And then Furious George, man, he's such an underrated pass rusher. He's always in the backfield. He's got a relentless motor, and now he's just hitting the quarterback. Make Zach Wilson's life hell today, and it would be very fun. And then you mentioned KT. He's back in New York. Hey, show them what they're missing. And you know, even though it's not the Jets who he has the bitter animosity towards, it's towards the state. And we've seen him go back and forth with the New York fan base. If anyone wants to have a game today, it's Kadarius Toney, most especially. Hey, Adam, I appreciate it. I hope it's a good game. I really do. I think it should be a fun one for Chiefs Kingdom. Hey, if you can at any time chime back in, have a quick conversation. I appreciate you chiming in before the game, though. Appreciate you. And since we're actually talking about game balls and I'm still stuck on it, it's like the guy I mentioned to start off, too. How do we forget that? Isaiah Pacheco. Let's get him over 100 yards. Let's get him a touchdown. I would love, and I know it's not in Andy Reid's like mold up his sleeve to just run the ball 25, 30 times a game. And it probably won't happen here today either. But if you pull something on the Jets that the Jets want to try to do to you, and you just said, hey, Pacheco, keep going, and it's successful, that'd be so much fun to watch. As much as everyone would love to see Mahomes go for 5 touchdowns, 300 yards, yes, I'd be happy with that too. But if you get Pacheco 125 yards and 2 touchdowns, I don't know. I don't know which one I would prefer because it's rare we see a Kansas City Chief back. Just one of them eclipse the century mark. Teresa, that is a good question, and you're right. They aren't. Like, honestly, it's two different parts to that. I think on offense, definitely with the Jets missing Aaron Rodgers, the Bears were probably more of a threat offensively because Zach Wilson is a huge drop off. But defensively is where the challenge is going to be. The Bears defense, I didn't really respect much. I knew Mahomes was going to find a way to do what he could and find weapons. The Jets, they're going to make this a closer game than what it may be. Now, the Chiefs can still win by 10, but we can be in the third, fourth quarter being like, what's going on here? Why is this game as close as it needs to be against Zach Wilson? That's the kind of challenge the Jet defense does. That's why they can still actually attack the New York Jets the same way they attack the Chicago Bears, which is, hey, be balanced. It's rare we saw the Kansas City Chiefs be balanced, but when they're balanced, they're unbeatable. No one's beating this team if they can run the ball, if they can pass the ball, and you're playing top 5, maybe the best defense in the league. Good luck. Nobody, and especially the Jets, is not beating this team. So I would love to see the running backs get involved. if I was going to focus on the running backs, it's Pacheco, but I know what Reed does, and everyone knows it frustrates me like crazy. But I would just love to see Pacheco run, and not Pacheco here, Clyde Edwards-Helaire here, back to Pacheco. You need to get these guys in a rhythm to definitely succeed, and definitely against a defense like this. So if you're going back and forth, and this is not a CEH game to me. I think this game is too physical for CEH. Now, he'll probably shut me up and break a run, but Jets are going to try to play smash mouth football. And who better than Isaiah Pacheco, snap, crackle, pop, to lay a hit on someone and be aggressive? I would love this to be an Isaiah Pacheco day, and I just want to see balanced football from the offense and build off of last week. Man, I gotta keep you in water. My nose is bothering me. Man, I appreciate that turnaround. I really do. I really do. I'd love to see it too. It would definitely take me to the next level. If there was 100 people in here, I would definitely need moderators. I would definitely need to find a way to manage the chat. But one thing I like to pride myself in is like I love chatting with the fan base. It's so much fun. I love getting everyone's perspective. So as long as this keeps growing, hey, I'm gonna continue to have fun with everyone in here. And they're already, what time is it? We got 4 minutes. I was like, oh, they're already doing warm-ups and kicks out there? Okay. We're literally here. They're showing Aaron Rodgers at that Taylor Swift concert. This is like a celebrity game. It really is. I think they have all these celebrities here because they don't know how this game can go. And if it goes in a blowout direction, they'll be like, well, people may still be tuned in because the celebrities are here. Because this is a lot of celebrities for a Week 4 game. And even in Aaron Rodgers' perspective as well, it's really rare, specifically this soon, that a quarterback, a player coming off a major injury is back with the teams on the sideline that quickly. Not saying it doesn't happen, but this is quick. So it's rare to see him on the sidelines here. Teresa, I don't know. I think this may have been the last chance we may have had the opportunity to see Mahomes and Rodgers. It looks like Kansas City getting the ball first. Yep, Kansas City getting the ball first. We starting on offense, so we get to see what goes crazy. And this is rare. We never really get to see Kansas City have the ball first because they're good at winning the coin toss and deferring. Montrell Washington, he had a solid week last week. I'm excited to see him as well. He looks like our best kickoff punt returner. And away we go. And it's out of the end zone. Let's do this. And another guy I forgot to mention before they get underway as well. Keep your eyes on Rashee Rice. His snap count keeps increasing, and his production, his plays keep getting bigger and bigger. He could be a sneaky breakout candidate today as well. All right, Kelsey's in motion. Hand off to Pacheco. I can live with 4 on a first down run. Make it 2nd and 6. That's right. Just make it, the run game will make this manageable. And I forgot. Oh, there's already a flag. Okay, I'll take that. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Oh, Jermaine Johnson, go figure. The guy who says, oh, we got something from Mahomes. What do you do? Oh, he got mad. Donovan Smith's like, I got something for you, and he shoved him basically to the ground, and he jumped back at him. I told you, the line not going to take too kind to his words. Pacheco again. Probably pick up a 1 or 2. That's funny. First play of the game, Jermaine Johnson, the one talking all that smack. And I love how Donovan Smith set that tone early. You want to be aggressive? Oh, we'll be aggressive today. 2nd and 8. Kelsey's in motion. Mahomes got all day in the pocket, and he finds Kelsey. Kelsey for a pickup of 15. Love it. Love it. It's so funny. How does Kelsey always get open? It just don't make sense. And it's probably because, like Mahomes says, he doesn't run the right route. We never know. Oops, got to get that out there. All right, 1st and 10. Mahomes going. Oh, he wanted someone deep. He got Kelsey again. Kelsey for 15 again. Love it. Thought that deleted. Oh, whoops. Maybe that should do it. There we go. Click the wrong button. I should be able to get him out of the chat. That should be good. Kelsey already having a game. What, 2 catches, 30 yards? 1st and 10 at the 25. Who's that in motion? Sky Moore. Sky Moore with the reverse. Sky Moore with a good reverse, too. Pickup of 8. Moore had a lot of those his rookie year. So you bet he's familiar with those kind of plays. I feel like in his rookie year, that was his play every single time. Every time he touched the ball, it was a reverse. All right, 2nd and 2. Get this in the end zone, boys. Let's do this. Let's set the tone early offensively. Hand off to Pacheco. Oh, they met him in the backfield. He lost a yard. So 3rd and about 5. Yeah, they met him early in the backfield. I think if anything that messed it up, it was probably Noah Gray. Pacheco tried to find a hole, and he ran into Gray, and then it just confused the whole thing. But 3rd and 5. Oh, 3rd and 3. It's going to be a field goal. That was a hard pass for Sky Moore to catch. Mahomes looks pissed at Moore like he ran the wrong route. So what happened there? Mahomes was doing this like he wanted him to come more into the pass. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, here come Bucker. All right, Bucker, come on. Make this 3-0. I can live with 3-0 to start off. And I just realized I ain't even got the scoreboard on here. Let's do that. Let's get the scoreboard on here. Okay, let's do some updating real quick. 3-0. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, and I think that's why Mahomes was upset. He's like, hey, come to the football. Don't let it come to you. Come to the football, and we have an automatic 1st down, and the series keeps going. Yeah, it probably killed the touchdown drive. I could live with points on the first drive, but yeah, I would have loved a TD. I just want to make sure. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's still not appearing. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. And I know a lot of people want to see more of, like, well, of course, we're seeing more of Sky Moore because he's going into year two, but like Rashee Rice and Justin Ross as well. It's like, this offense takes so much time to learn. I wish, just like everyone else, that we could just throw Justin Ross out there and you can bomb a 60-yard pass, and that was a weekly tradition. But that's unfortunately not how it works. So, yeah, it takes time, and I really believe by the end of this month and going into November, one of these receivers is going to get into a groove. And I really love what Rashee Rice has been doing. He's been taking advantage of the opportunity every time he's been out there. I expect him to make plays today as well where it's like, okay, he needs to be on the field early, often, all the time. They're showing Don Shula. They're showing, most wins by head coaches. Bill Belichick, man, I don't know if he's going to catch Shula. The Patriots look rough. They had a very, very concerning loss today against the Cowboys where Mac Jones, his time as an NFL quarterback seems to be coming to an end. Like, he did not look good whatsoever. And I know the Cowboys' defense is legit, but it didn't look pretty. All right, it's kicked off. The Jets will be receiving here. It should be a touchback. And here comes Zach Wilson. Kansas City, play the run tough. They're going to try to run down your throat. I would be shocked. And maybe, hey, catch Kansas City off guard. Maybe that's what they'll do. Play action, deep, who knows. But I believe they want to control, they want to play good defense, and they want to manage the clock, which means run the ball. Kansas City, stop that. Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook, they're good running backs. All right, 1st and 10. And it's play action, actually. It's deflected. Okay. Hey, if that's the game they want to play, Kansas City will excel with that. I think it was deflected by Willie Gay. Robert Saleh may be playing a victim himself. You do not want to play Zach Wilson toe-to-toe with Mahomes. Use your running backs. And I know I shouldn't be preaching that, but if the Jets want a chance here, you run the ball. And he's lucky it wasn't deflected the other way where it could have been a pick. Look, Rodgers already looked pissed off. All right, 2nd and 10. Another throw. Crazy. That was complete to Garrett Wilson. I think that's going to be like 3rd and 7. Okay, I mean, if they're going to throw, defense, sick them. Get all over them. Yeah, Nick Bolton is out for the 2nd week in a row. It's Drew Tranquil with the green dot again, which it is a drop-off, but, man, Drew Tranquil's a dog, too. So if you wanted a backup, I think Drew Tranquil is the guy to do it. All right, 3rd and 5 defense. Come on, boys. They're leaving the middle of the field open. Oh, no. Mike Edwards gets back there. Great coverage by Snead. That's 3 and out. I am shocked that the Jets went with that approach. That throw on all 3, I don't get it. Help your quarterback out. Run the ball. But, hey, if they're going to play to Kansas City's advantage and throw the ball, this is Kansas City's game. So I'm kind of baffled they did that. But, hey, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. All right, it's a punt. Montrell Washington should be back there to receive it. He is at the 20. Makes a little move. Gets it to the... Montrell Washington's so good. He's the Kansas City Chiefs, like, first pure punt returner. And that's what Kansas City needed. They just need someone, hey, catch and go forward. None of that cute stuff. Just field the ball. Yeah. They really are making you're making it difficult for Zach Wilson. Like I mentioned, I was watching a little bit of highlights and tape on him this week. He had guys running wide open last week where he could have made plays. And he was too scared to take that shot, so he threw it underneath or he just threw it away. he's not confident. So you need to give him short pass plays, and you need to run the ball. And the fact that they went with 3 passes right away, I don't know. That's surprising. Ooh, my nose. Ooh. Yeah, I love what he's doing. Like, really, it's going to be interesting to see what the Kansas City Chiefs, Coach Reed, Brett Veach, they're going to have a situation to deal with once Richie James is back, because mostly what Richie James has been doing is that. He hasn't really done any production on the offensive side of the ball. And if you got a guy like Washington and he's doing better, I don't know. They may want to stick with that hand. Definitely if it's hot. I'm just hoping Kansas City doesn't, like, I hope the offense clicks. Because Kansas City, we always know this. Kansas City, they beat themselves. They let things become a game. I want to see the offense humming. I'd love to get a touchdown here and go up 10-0 and let the Jets know, hey, this is a football game. This is a game. Reed. Oh, this is the interesting one. So, your question is, what do I think about trading a 7th for Chase Claypool? I'm literally on the no side of it, because Chase Claypool, he's got all the talent, but he didn't live up to it in Pittsburgh. Things went wrong in Chicago, but Chicago's Chicago, and you're not really giving up much. A 7th for Claypool. Mahomes looking deep. Will he go deep? He will go deep. And Noah Gray dropped it. But going back to that, the only reason I'd be hesitant on Chase Claypool, I wouldn't be too upset if we did it, but there's a lot of talent there in the wide receiver room. So it's like you're adding another body. I believe if you're going to add another body, it's got to be a legit wide receiver number 1. It's not hopes and that he can produce. It's like, no, he's done it in this league, and he will be a day 1 contributor. That's why I'm 50-50 on Claypool at this moment. All right, 2nd and 10, Noah Gray. He should have had that catch. Mahomes in motion. Mahomes steps in the pocket. Mahomes is running. Mahomes got the first. Mahomes with the legs. And that, too, as you mentioned, Teron, as well. We all want to see those in-season wide receiver trades, but they got to learn the playbook, and they can't just step in. And as hopeful as we hope for that, it's like they don't catch on until the next year, so I don't know how impactful they would be this year. Specifically Claypool as well. 1st and 10, it's a pitch to Allaire. Interesting. He picked up 3, though. I don't know what. You have Jerick McKinnon, Isaiah Pacheco, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. CEH, he can do some things positive in the run game. Pitching to him, he doesn't have that burst. I'm giving it to McKinnon or Pacheco if I'm pitching the ball. So I always, gasp when I see a pitch to CEH. Second and 6, Mahomes looking around. Mahomes trying to do some shake and bake. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Mahomes need to watch out for those kind of runs, though. They want to take a shot for him. He stretched, but I don't know if he got it. Yeah. It'll be 3rd and short. Hey, this is 3rd and 1. We know what Kansas City likes to do. They like to get cute. Give it to Pacheco. Let him fight for a yard. Yeah, I don't. Mahomes over here doing some Harlem Globetrotter moves. Rashee Rice in motion. Pacheco. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. What I tell you, that grown man, he is different. He is different. And I love, this is back-to-back weeks now that the Kansas City Chiefs have gave the ball on 3rd and short to Isaiah Pacheco, and every time something good has happened. Not this great, but Pacheco, whew, give me that 100-yard game. Give it to me. He was, love that. That was beautiful. Snap, crackle, pop. I love that. I love how he just head down, pound the ground, I'm gone. You give him the ball, he's special. He is. Oh, see, Taylor Swift cheers for the Chiefs, not just Travis Kelce, so there's something there. It's Teresa, you mentioned the tush push. With how many times our line gets flagged for that stuff, they'll definitely call it. I think you do what you do there. Isaiah Pacheco is your short yardage guy. Will he get it all the time? Probably not. Will he get it 90% of the time? Yes, he definitely will. And he might make something special of it, just like that. I heard that too when it started, that he's a Jersey kid. I'm like, oh, he may want to show out this game. That's so dope. I'm so happy for Pacheco. I literally think this can be his game. Like, if the Jets want to play stingy in the secondary, hey, do it. Kansas City, they can show. Back-to-back weeks. We got the running backs that we will beat you. So, pick your poison. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I really believe it's better than giving it to Blake Bell. It's better than doing 3 reverses in the backfield and getting tackled for 5 to 10 yard loss. Like, Pacheco, I believe, is guaranteed. He runs angry. And who else would you want to give it to on a short yardage situation than someone who runs angry? And it's crazy, too, because if you just look back at Andy Reid's past, people are like, Andy Reid doesn't run the ball. And it's not that he doesn't run the ball, he just favors the pass, but he's had some special running backs in Philly with like Deuce Staley, Brian Westbrook, LaShawn McCoy. It definitely could be a part of his recipe on the offense to succeed. If he believes in Pacheco like he's showing, I don't want to go too crazy and say Pacheco is the next LaShawn McCoy or anything, but he's definitely the next 1,000-yard running back in this league if you give him a chance. I really believe that. Yeah, hey, if the Jets are going to do what they're doing still, and if you want to throw, if you want Zach Wilson to keep doing what Zach Wilson doing and throwing the ball, Sack Nation, time to chime in. Let's end this early. All right, we're back. Bucker's getting ready to kick off. It's returnable. Oh, great. Oh, they should have made the initial tackle. He should have been tackled at 18. I think he got to the 21. Still positive. Let's go, defense. I got to imagine the Jets are going to try to run the ball here. You got to figure, right? All right, 1st and 10. They got a player in motion. It's Conklin. And they run the ball. See? The Chiefs got to respect that on defense. If you don't stop the run, it could be a different type of game. But if you stop the run, the Jets can't do nothing. So, Chiefs, stop Brees Hall. It's literally all you got to do. And he picks up 10 there, but it's adjustments. It'll happen. And McDuffie getting in there with the late tackle, but McDuffie's always in on the play. I love McDuffie because for his size, he's such a physical cornerback. Play action. Good hit. Who was that? Justin Reed. Pickup of 7. It was a throw to Brees Hall. See, I knew they were going to make their adjustments. They knew they need to get the running backs involved. All right, come on, Chiefs. 2nd and 3. Leo Chanel's in the game. Dalvin Cook with the handoff. Oh, who stood him up? Derek. Speaking of a guy who has shut me up, Derek Nottie. He's had probably his start of the best season of his career. And that was a solid stuff right there. Brings it 3rd and short. He's looked very impressive. And I'm swallowing my words because I thought they should have kept a guy like Colin Saunders over him. But Derek Nottie, he's rose to the occasion. And now we got a 3rd and short for the Jets. Come on. Come on, defense. Watch a quick slant pass or a run. What a coverage by Drew Tranquil and Justin Reed. No flag. Are they punting? I'm surprised that it's 4th and 1. I know it's the Jets offense, but 4th and 1 so tempting. Great coverage by Tranquil and is it Tranquil and Gay? Yeah. Yeah, the Chiefs keeping their defense out there. They don't want to be shocked. Be prepared for the fake. It's not. He punted it away. Okay, Montreal, Washington, fair caught on the 11. What's the over-under? We see Taylor Swift like 1,000 times tonight. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the Jets didn't go for it on 4th and 1 either, but that just shows you. Robert Saleh does not trust the offense. And, hey, they haven't gave him nothing to believe in as well either. So, but you think you would trust Brees Hall in that situation. Brees Hall can get you a yard. But, hey, I'm glad he didn't do it. Kansas City, go up 17-0. I don't know what's up with Dalvin Cook. I don't think he's done. I just think it's how he's being used. Kind of the same. I don't get what the Jets are doing. Brees Hall is barely being used as well. Like, what are we doing? You got the worst starting quarterback in the league. And I hate to say it like that, but you're not making his life any easier. And the fact you only gave Brees Hall 4 carries last week, that's absurd. Like, you can have a solid 1-2 punch, and you're like, you have a guy who, is like 4 consecutive times 1,000-yard rusher, and then you got Brees Hall, who, yes, he's coming off an ACL injury, but a solid ground and pound guy. It's like, nope, we're going to let Zach Wilson throw. It don't make sense to me. It definitely would have been ballsy to do it, but I don't know. I think you need, before you lose this crowd, if you haven't already, because if Kansas City's still moving, it's like, okay, if Kansas City scores another touchdown, it's like, we lost this crowd. I think you want to give your team some life, and I think that's something they didn't have last week either. It's like, okay, what do we do here? Well, they beat the Patriots last week, but the offense still didn't look great. But it's like, okay, if you get the 4th down, it's like, okay, the crowd's behind us now. We got a little momentum. Let's see if we can build off of it. I'm excited to see this offense. Keep giving it to Pacheco. You can give it to Pacheco every time. And then I'm curious to see what happens, too. If you keep giving it to Pacheco, those quarterbacks and safeties are going to start coming in. And if they come in, Mahomes is going to find his shot. All right, we're back. Commercial break over. It's a handoff to Pacheco. Pacheco again. That's like a pickup of 6. Nothing crazy, but, hey, that's a solid pickup on 1st down. All right. Mahomes under center, 2nd and 4. Kelsey in motion. Kelsey screen. Travis, he picks up 10. That I haven't seen a tight end screen from Travis Kelsey since like year 4 of his career. All right, 1st and 10. Let's go offense. They got everybody in the backfield. They're going to try to do some trickeration and confusing. Nope, it's Mahomes just wants someone deep. He got Pacheco wide open. There's going to be a holding, though. There's a flag. It's coming back, unfortunately. Who did it, O-line? Oh, in the secondary? It's got to come back, right? Pacheco wants to have a day today, though. You could tell. I hope it holds up. Okay. Both fouls on the defense. Wow. Oh, now I can be excited. That was a huge play by Pacheco. Wide open. Pacheco's like, hey, give me 200 yards today. Let me eat. 200 all-purpose yards, of course. Oh, yeah, he tried to take Kelsey out. And then on Sky Moore, too. Sky Moore wasn't really anything. All right, Casey. Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the handoff. CEH? Okay. CEH has picked up 9. I guess the Jets defense don't want to stop the run today. If they don't want to do that, Chiefs, have a day. I don't want to. Maybe I need to knock on wood or something. No penalties on the O-line yet. And they're just running the ball. Oh, what happened? No lag on me yet. I don't think CEH picked this up, though. Oh, YouTube TV, what are you doing to me? Why'd you lag on me? You guys probably know before I do. I don't think CEH picked this up, though. Watch it be a touchdown. Yeah, he lost 2 yards. I knew he wasn't going to pick. When I saw CEH try to break it out, I was like, yeah, he ain't going nowhere. Again, I don't know why they call those type of run plays for CEH. Pacheco would have just took it in the middle, picked up his yard. CEH wants to dance 5 yards in the backfield and make life difficult. McKinnon's in. Expect a screenplay to him. Or he's going to help block. Either or. Wide open. Noah Gray. What a play, Noah Gray. What is that, like a 35-yard touchdown for Noah Gray? This offense looks good. Yeah, they focused on Kelsey. Noah Gray. That's beautiful. What a Noah Gray's so underrated too. All right, Bucker for the extra point. 17-0. You can't tell me nothing. This is what I wanted this game to look like. What a play. I didn't have Noah Gray as my first passing touchdown on my bingo card today, but I'll take it. I will take it. And this Chiefs offense, I wanted to see them hum against a good defense. And they're doing it. They're showing, hey, we didn't lose any lack of sleep. We're still on that same trend from Chicago. We're still pushing forward. This is a good game. This is fun. I just realized, are we still in the first quarter? Ain't no way we still in the first quarter. Yeah, on those penalties, Teresa, yeah, we hardly get them. That's why I was... On penalties, when I see a big play happen, I stay calm and I'll be like, okay, there's no penalties. It's not on us. Okay, we good to go. Man, I would like to think they're not that defeated, but they looking like it. Like, this defense is already thinking, oh, our offense ain't going to keep up a showdown with Patrick Mahomes. And you're right. You don't ever see Noah Gray streaking downfield. But, one, they zoned in on Kelsey. And then Rashee Rice was even there as well, where he drew a defender. And Noah Gray he was open. And then, like you mentioned, with Isaiah Pacheco, it didn't seem like they really tried. But Pacheco is also faster than what a lot of people think. It's like, okay, what is the Jets defense doing today? Are they not believing anymore as well? Because chaos can happen in New York for the Jets if this keeps continuing to go downhill. Man, I hope this continues. Now I hope everything has been perfect. I would love to see a turnover and an interception. I would love to see players get their first one. Like Trent McDuffie, you get an interception. Or Justin Reed, you haven't got an interception as a Chief. I want to see him come in. This would be a perfect game. $17-0. It is. It's still the first quarter. That's nuts. Oh, this game feels long for a Chiefs fan. I can only imagine how it feels for a Jets fan. Yeah, Micah, you mentioned it. Everyone's playing wide receivers. Let's see. One of y'all. I want to see one of y'all have a day today. I don't care which one. I want to see one of y'all step out up from the pack. They got Aaron Rodgers that is out of stock. That's kind of messed up. All right, 1st and 10 for the Jets. Receiver in motion. It's a reverse. Leo Chanel. Leo Chanel didn't bite on that at all. Lost a 2. Yeah, he almost fumbled that handoff too. Leo Chanel, he's been playing like the best linebacker on the team. And that's not sliding the linebackers. That's just saying how good Leo Chanel has been. All right, 2nd and 11. DB's playing a little deep. Karloftis. Ooh, tranquil. Karloftis came with bad intentions. Zach Wilson felt it. And then Drew Tranquil said, hey, I'm leveling Brees Hall. I love this defense. This defense is so much fun to watch. Third and 7. Come on, defense. Oh, they got McCole Hardman out there now. McCole Hardman, he may be like, hey, I know this defense. Come on. Sick 'em, Spags. Get someone out there. That's a first down to Garrett Wilson. That sucks. That sucks. But also, too, again, Spags does questionable things. I do not know why Felix Anudike-Uzomah was in coverage, but yeah, any quarterback's going to figure out how to, if they see a linebacker or DN in coverage, I'm going to pick on it. Even Zach Wilson will figure that out. And why do I have Garrett Wilson on Uzomah? Yeah, That's a mismatch. All right, defense. Oh, flea flicker. Oh, Karlaftis missed him. Mike Edwards. Karlaftis missed him, but Edwards sure as hell didn't. That's 2 weeks in a row. Mike Edwards has huge playmaking plays. The interception last week and this huge sack on a flea flicker. And I bet you someone was wide open. Yep, 10. What a play by Mike Edwards. Karlaftis is coming with some bad intentions. He's going to get home. Jets have a man in motion. Hike the ball. Throws it to the underneath man. It'll be 3rd and 17. They better not give up no 3rd and 17. I tell you what. They should just take it to the second quarter. Yeah, this should go to the second quarter. Yeah, it's gotta suck being a Jets fan. It really does. Like, you put all these pieces together. You got a legit defense. And then Aaron Rodgers gets hurt 4 plays into the season. That sucks. I would feel that hurt. Yeah, Mike Edwards, he like I mentioned in the offseason, he shows promise. He goes after the football. If he gets his hands on the football, he's going in the end zone. He did have a rough year last year with the Bucs, but this might be the perfect situation for him. The Bucs depended on him heavily in the secondary. The Chiefs don't. They got Justin Reed, Brian Cook. They got their DBs out there. They can just bring Edwards in situational packages like this, and he can show his skill set. Yeah, Teresa, it's funny. You're right. You would think Zach Wilson he's got weapons. Like, there's no doubt about that. He doesn't believe in himself. And it don't matter who you have. He could have Jerry Rice out there. If he's not confident, he ain't getting him the ball. And he knows he ain't doing good. Our tackling has improved a lot, and I think it started with the draft class when you brought in Bolton, and then once you started adding more physical, aggressive playmakers, those dudes, they want to leave their presence. And when you have guys that want to leave their presence, they're going to leave their mark on a player. I remember those days, like when Mahomes first came in, it's like, oh my God, you guys are just letting people run through you, juking you out. What are we doing here? But this is a completely different defense. I do see they have got tackling 101 classes down to a T. Right? And that's another thing. We don't even have Nick Bolton out there, even though Drew Tranquil is playing out of his mind. There's no Nick Bolton, and then also 2 more weeks until you get a Minihue on the line. This defense ain't even at its potential yet. This defense is gonna be fun to watch. That too, and you're right. That's where you mentioned where the Jets OC is not doing him favors. How you have one of the worst O lines in the league, and you want someone to run deep against Spags' defensive line? It doesn't dial up. It doesn't work out. Mike, I'm gonna get to your comment here shortly. I want to see this 3rd and 16 real quick. They better not give up a 3rd and 16. I swear. Get there, boys. Okay, they didn't give it up, but Conklin picked up like 12. Good tackle by Justin Reed. Solid tackle. That's one of those tackles, like you mentioned, Teron, where back in the day, those tackles get broken and it gets picked up a first down. All right, let's watch this punt. Because I know Washington's been doing phenomenal. But punts, they still kind of eke my soul a little bit. They get me nervous. Okay. Just filled it. Oh, he just let it go. Oh, he got a good bounce, but there is a flag. Micah, I'm assuming you are referring to the play where Mike Edwards got the sack, where who Sauce Gardner was. Oh wait, no. I don't know what play you're talking about actually. Who on the touchdown play for Noah Gray? I don't know who Sauce Gardner was covering on that play. Oh, first flag on the Chiefs, blocking the back. Come on, boys. All right, Kansas City coming in on offense. They're pinned, but Mahomes don't care. Kelsey dropped that. I believe Kelsey dropped that, yeah. Come on, Kelsey. You're in front of Taylor Swift. You got to make those kind of catches. I would have ran. Your running game's working. I would have ran it on first down, but I get it because if Kelsey catches it, he picks up 5. It gets you out. So it's not a bad play call. All right, 2nd and 10. I want you got to pick up some yardage, though, because a punt here could flip the field. Was that McKinnon? McKinnon picked up like 3. Uh-oh. You got to pick up this 3rd down. You don't want to give the Jets good field position, regardless of how bad their offense is. I just don't want to do it. All right, 3rd and 7. O-line hold up. Mahomes finds somebody. MVS is in motion. Yeah. That's so frustrating. MVS should have caught that. Again, the receiver's just dropping the ball. That's frustrating. One, Mahomes solid in the pocket. He lofted it perfectly over Sauce. And MVS just got to make a catch. There's a flag, but what's the flag? If it's a foul in the end zone, it's a safety. And it's, damn it, Taylor. It's always something. Taylor's having a rough start with penalties in the season. He's been a really great pass blocker for give it what it's worth, but that sucks. That sucks. That sucks, man. It was just his hand placement. Definitely wasn't nothing intentional. He just had his hand too high when the pass rusher was coming through. His fingers got caught, and it's a face mask. At the 1, it would have been the 1, okay. Yeah, Taylor and his penalties. Like I mentioned, though, if you look at his pass blocking grade, he's a really good pass blocker, but these penalties, it's just ridiculous. That was a great punt by, was that Townsend? You don't see those on free kicks, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, that shouldn't have been a safety then. If if that's by the rule, it shouldn't have been. It should have been a safety. That sounds like BS. That's what it sounds like. He says because he didn't twist it until he got in the end zone, that's when he called it. But he said when it initially happens is where they'll spot it, and it happened at the 1. So it's 2 points at the end of the day, unfortunately. Pitch to Brees Hall. He picks up about 2. Who's that? Christensen's on the bench. Okay. I didn't see where he got hurt. It might have been on the free punt. All right, 2nd and 8 for the Jets. Play action. Oh. Garrett Wilson wide open. Don't let Zach Wilson get comfortable. Yeah, he threw that on a wire. That was a nice pass. Chiefs secondary, do not sleep. They got playmakers out there. Do not sleep. All right, it's 1st and 10. Come on, defense, make a play. Mike Dana going deep. What are we doing, boys? Y'all letting Zach Wilson look like fucking Aaron Rodgers out here. What are we doing, McDuffie? He was just making a fool out of McDuffie, which is rare. Well, momentum changer. Zach Wilson, he getting comfy. Come on, defense. You're letting Zach Wilson roll out the pocket and make plays. Don't let that happen. Come on, defense. Let's get a turnover. Let's get something. You got to take this momentum down. Zach Wilson, he going to start feeling it. Quick pass to Wilson. Good solid tackle by Willie Gay to make it less than what it could have been. Third and 3. Come on, defense. Get to Wilson. KC called a timeout. They're probably trying to slow the pace. They know the defense isn't clicking on this drive. Yeah, Micah, you're right. The commentators love to talk about Javonte. They'll talk about all his penalties, but they won't talk about the good he's done, which is crazy. They just highlight him. Yeah, definitely in this game. I hate that they're suspect to play action passes. And against Zach Wilson, too. Spags, sick the dogs on him. Don't let him become comfortable. I will say that is something McDuffie does need to improve on because we saw it in the Super Bowl over A.J. Brown, even though A.J. Brown is elite receiver. But yeah, McDuffie's not a perfect cornerback, but he's definitely coming into his own. All right, defense. Boy, you're lucky he dropped it. Oh my God. Who had him wrapped up? Was it Karloftis? Man, Karloftis is like always there, but not. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if that touchdown would have been completed, Wilson would have been like, okay, I'm feeling myself. Hey, with as bad as that drive looked defensively, I can live with 17-5. I can live with 17-5. Nope, that's not what I want to do. There we go. If the Chiefs can get some points here, like a touchdown, it seems like it hasn't been a long time, but last drive wasn't positive whatsoever. Wide receivers didn't help bail him out. Jawan Taylor gets the safety. Offense, let's get back into the rhythm. And it's also gameplay, game calling, play calling, whatever you call it. You didn't really run Pacheco. You didn't run anyone. Get the run game back in there. Don't just focus on the pass. When you do that, it hurts you in the long run. Run that grown man. Okay, yeah. If Zach Wilson was a backup to Patrick Mahomes, he'd be very solid. But also too, on the right coaching staff, he may be mid-tier starter. I don't know. He's got the arsenal. He got the tools. He got the arms to be a capable quarterback in this league. It's just the coaching, the offensive coordinators he has. Like you mentioned, they don't help him out whatsoever. What up, Tyler? It's good to see you in this game. Yeah, that safety really, it didn't change things because they didn't score a touchdown, but hey, it wasn't what we wanted to see. But I can live with the two and then a field goal at the end of the day. No touchdowns. Let's keep it that way. Yeah, hey, tomorrow I'm hoping this is a bounce back drive. Just give it to Pacheco. When all else fails, give it to the grown man. Let him eat. What would be beautiful? Hey, Washington, just return the kickoff. Take some stress off of my heart. Just return the kickoff. All right, here's the kickoff. The Jets kicked it. It's out of the end zone. The Kansas City Chiefs will take over on the 25. Yeah, and that would probably be a good scenario as well. I don't see them moving on from Howell though. Even in a loss, he looked really solid as well. Yeah, I think he needs a new scenery as well. You know how players once they get a new change of scenery, they start becoming comfortable. Geno Smith, former Jets quarterback, look at him in Seattle. All right, Kansas City, 1st and 10. Pacheco on the backfield, play action. What is Mahomes doing? That was on Mahomes. That was on Mahomes. What I tell you, the Chiefs, they besides the Bears, they just love to keep it a game for anybody. Mahomes thought he could throw a touch pass. That's so frustrating, man. I don't even know what Mahomes was doing. Ah, man, Mahomes. Typically, I don't get pissed at you, but that was all you. And now the Jets in their territory, driving again. False start. Back them up a little bit. Give me something. Like, okay, shit. Yeah, they should have gave it to Pacheco on first down, but hey, let's hope the defense can capitalize on it. Oh, I'd love to give it to a wide receiver as well. Again, like we mentioned with the wide receivers, it's going to take time, unfortunately. Play action from Wilson. Come on, get him. Get him. Good tackle, Naughty. Who is this flag on? Oh, my goodness. Are they calling a face mask? That's not a face mask. They better not call it. Boy, I tell you what. That's so frustrating, man. That's 2 penalties now. One gave him a safety, and now one's putting them in the red zone. This is... Oh, my goodness. They want to keep this competitive, huh? Okay, at the 29, not red zone. I overreacted there. But still. Play action again. Damn. L'Jarius Sneed got burned, but thankfully... He overthrew Wilson. I'll tell you what, though. Like you mentioned, Teron, the play action is kicking the Kansas City Chiefs defense ass right now. And he's lucky Wilson just overthrew that. And 9 times out of 10, Garrett Wilson can make that catch. Come on, defense. You got to make a play. Hand off to Cook. 3rd and 5. Stop him on 3rd down again and settle for a field goal. That's what I'm hoping for here. I'm getting concerned, though, that the Jets' offensive line is not good at all. And the fact on these play actions, Wilson still has a clean pocket. It's a little upsetting. Okay, FAU, I see you out there. Chris Jones, I see you on the edge. Let's make a play. Y'all too quiet. That's a first. I swear, guys. I swear. That's just a veteran move by Randall Cobb. Our line's still not winning in the trenches. You know, it was good coverage by Williams. He just over-pursued, and Randall Cobb made the veteran play. Reverse to Wilson. Get there. Damn. This is typical Kansas City Chiefs defense, and even if they're good and better, we saw it in the Detroit game. When momentum is against them, they have a hard time stopping that ball when it's rolling. They need the offense to score to build off of it. They can never really do it on their own, and that's really frustrating to me. Because we saw in Detroit when they stopped the Lions and then the Lions did a fake punt, then they just went down the field and then the Lions were doing their thing, and then the defense didn't react until the Chiefs' offense scored. This is what we're seeing here, is the offense has been quiet, Now the defense is struggling. I thought Dalvin Cook got in. No. But yeah, need the defense to make a play, but this looks like this will be a touchdown because they're on the 1 yard line. But I'm not concerned. I'm upset that this defensive line is not doing anything. This Jets O-line is not good. That's a touchdown. That's what happens. And it's nothing what the Jets really did. Jawan Taylor's, even though it wasn't really by rule, but safety. And then they get the ball back, they get a field goal, and then Mahomes gets a little too comfortable, too cute, thinks he could lock it in, interception. Offense needs to do something. Because you're giving a team that has no life, and that's ridiculous. And that's 12 unanswered by the Jets. That's frustrating. The line can't. Our defensive line is being made look like a fool on that whole drive. And I get a part of it as well is they've been on the field a while. From the safety to then the punt, they had to be on that whole series. And then Mahomes throws an interception. They're back on the field. So I get it. They haven't got a chance to catch their breath. But just an unfortunate sequence. Going through the chat real quick. Yeah, we like you said, Micah, we can't let Wilson get comfortable. Both Garrett Wilson or Zach Wilson. It don't matter who back there. If they comfortable and Zach Wilson gets the confidence, he's still an NFL quarterback. He will make plays, and he's got the talent to do it. Yeah, Teron, like you stated, like Mahomes hasn't went Mahomes mode yet this year, and he got lackadaisical or whatever you call it, comfortable, whatever big word you want to throw out there, and he thought he could loft it because it works because it's Mahomes. It didn't work there. Yeah, the defense was definitely gassed. I'm hoping that this offense can put a good 8 to 12 play drive and end it with a touchdown. That way the defense can feel like themselves again to get out there because that was 3 consecutive possessions for them. Yeah, we did get cooked by Wilson on that drive. The D-line was not doing nothing. Hopefully we can give them a break. Yeah, Reed's. I'm gonna give Reed the benefit of the doubt. He's playing well to what his package is, but when it comes to like coverage like that, you're putting him in a tough pickle. You really are. It's unfortunate. Kansas City in the future, or hopefully they develop Brian Cook to be a good coverage safety, but Justin Reed's their like block guy where hey he's gonna come in and lay a hit, and that's what Kansas City really wants him for. Or even that, you mentioned Chamari Connors as well. Even though Chamari Connors' role reminds me a little bit of a L'Jarius Sneed with the packages he gets. And we're back in the game, kickoff, out of the end zone. I see everybody's against Justin Reed right now. At the end of the day, yeah, it was unfortunate, but the Jets were on the 1 yard line. Anyone's getting a touchdown from there. Justin Reed was the victim there. I'll tell you what, though. Offense, you need to do something. And you need to get back to what you were doing in the first quarter. Play action again. Pacheco. Pacheco, pickup of 9. That grown man's going to get you yards. A quick pass to Pacheco. Second and 1. I can see Andy Reid, his mentality, find a shot deep. I would just give it to Pacheco and pick up the first down, though. But I can easily see short yardage, second down area. It's prime time. Go Pacheco. Go Pacheco. Pacheco's averaging like 7 yards a carry. Give it to him every time. I swear I say it every game. He's the reason your offense is going to have life or not life. And it's all depending on if Coach Reid is going to give him the ball. Kelsey's in motion. Pitch to Pacheco. Look at that grown man. 11 yards. Keep feeding him. I hope he's not hurt, but I don't think he was. Pacheco's a difference maker, man. When you need life, it's literally been number 10 Pacheco this whole year that has sparked light. And here's Clyde Edwards-Helaire doing whatever he's doing. Mahomes almost threw another pick. He gonna have to stop. Mahomes ain't looking like himself today. Yep, it was Kelsey again. That's the double-edged sword there. Kelsey was going to do his own thing, go a different way. Mahomes thought he was going somewhere else. Could have been a pick six. Kadarius Toney in motion. Pacheco. Pacheco pick up a 5. Look at Pacheco. Third and 5. I know everyone wants Justin Ross here. I want Rashee Rice. And he's in the game. Rashee Rice is your yards after catch guy. Give it to him quick and let him make a play. Or Jerick McKinnon's in as well. You got to pick up this third down, though. Kadarius Toney's in motion. Ooh. Toney! That's what he didn't do week 1. That was the most difficult catch he's probably had to make this year, and he made a hell of a catch. Little golf clap for Toney. That was impressive. Took a shot and everything. There you go, Toney. First and 10, Jerick McKinnon still in the game. Toney in motion. Toney with the ball in his hands. Ooh! I'll tell you what. Toney took a shot and stayed up. And same with Pacheco on this drive. He took a shot and stayed up. The Jets, they're coming with bad intention, but the Chiefs, they're taking their shots. That was a good head. I think that was Reed or Whitehead. Yeah, Whitehead. I'm surprised Toney stayed up after that. Come on, get this in the end zone. Pacheco's in motion. Give it to Pacheco. 2nd and 3. Quick pass. I wanted Rashee Rice to catch it, but that's been the thing with him too. His hands are questionable. But when he catches it, I guarantee you he makes that guy miss. And I don't know where he goes from there. But he's a 50-50 ball catcher. All right, we got 3rd and 3. Jerick McKinnon's in motion. line, hold up. Kadarius Toney's now in motion. Mahomes can't find no one. That sucks. It's that short yardage situation again. One, this play wasn't going to work because these plays don't work in short yardage situation. You have McKinnon going in motion. You have Tony going in motion. Coach Reed does all this cute shit in short yardage situations. Keep it simple. Like, just have guys out there, Pacheco, to make it simple and easy to go. When it gets too complex, it gets too complex for the offense as well. Bucker drills the field goal, though. It's 20-12, I guess. And I guess the offense held the ball for a little bit, so hopefully we get to see that Kansas City Chiefs defense come back to life. All right, let's get to this chat. They really are, Micah, as you mentioned, yeah, they aren't using their wide receivers at all. Like, we saw a little bit of glimpse of Tony, and he looked really good on that drive. But also, too, when you get too complex, it makes everyone's life more harder. Just simple. That's all I ask. Yeah, like you mentioned Tehran as well. I think Pop gives the defense a rest, but also gives the offense even a rest and gives it life, too, to be like, okay, we're clicking, we can move, we can do our thing. That's what Pop always has been doing. And you just need to keep focusing on him. Yeah, well, I'm not going to fully pump the brakes on Rashee Rice because, yeah, he is 50-50 with catching the ball, but also, too, we've seen when he gets the ball in his hands, he is special yard after catch guy. And if all it takes is just staying on the juggling machine and getting that corrected, he could be good. I think it'll still take time. I'm hoping by the end of this month in November, but I still got hope for him. When is Nico coming? But Nico won't be coming back this year. He's on IR for the full year, so we unfortunately won't see him until next offseason, preseason time. And the Jets are back on the field. It's 1st and 10 on the 25. Quick pass. And that's lazy tackling. Lazy tackling by Snead and McDuffie. Pickup of 3. I guess the defense still doing what defense has been doing. 2-minute warning. That is a perfect description of what you mentioned, Tehran, as well. They're a brilliant team, but when they lose focus, they'll let the worst team be in the game and go toe to toe with them. If they're not clicking the way they want to click, yeah, it's going to be a difficult day for Chiefs Kingdom to be watching a game. Well, Micah, as you mentioned as well, too, it's like these receivers have been to the challenge with already good teams as well, and most of them were in playoff scenarios last year, too. It's all a rhythm thing, and I think it also is on coaching as well. Because as I mentioned with the running backs, if you keep rotating Pacheco, CEH, and Jet McKinnon, you're never going to get a good rhythm. That's why 7 wide receivers, it's going to be hard to get a good rhythm where Mahomes is going to focus on Tony one drive, and then maybe more. Then maybe Rashee Rice. You got to kind of get that down and get your set of guys and move forward. I love the depth, but they need to find their solid core and move forward. And it could be any one of those 7 guys, too, which is kind of surprising, too. For the first 4 weeks of the year, and I know I might get bashed about it, but we've seen Justin Watson make a play. I haven't even seen Justin Watson on the field unless I'm missing it. So Coach Reed keeps everyone on their toes on what wide receivers is he throwing out there instead of just sticking to a plan. And maybe that is his plan, and maybe that's where I get lost. Yeah, I addressed the Claypool thing earlier. Claypool, he's good talent, but I think he adds to an already room that has potential and talent, but unproven. And I don't know if the Kansas City Chiefs really need that. Like, he showed he could be something in Pittsburgh, but then nothing. Talent in Chicago, but nothing. And then that would be the same in Kansas City. It's like, okay, well, he's talent, but how does he fit? And I don't know if they could find that out this year if they did make that trade. Second and 6. Come on, defense. Spags, draw something up. Oh, Mike Dana almost had an interception. That would have been beautiful. That would have been nice. I would have loved it if Dana would have got that one. Third and 6. You stop him here, you get the ball back. And then the Jets get the ball to start the half. So this is a huge possession. Defense needs to make a stand. No pressure still, and the under. It's so frustrating. The Jets have a terrible offensive line, and we're not doing anything. And then you leave the underneath man wide open on 3rd and 5. Man, they gonna score? Our defense just ain't gonna do anything this game? Come on, guys. Come on. 2nd and 1. Handoff. Wide, big hole. This defense, I don't know. They need halftime to regroup and get back together. Because this don't look like the defense we've seen in the first 4 weeks of the season. Great tackle by McDuffie. Pick up a 4. I'd love to see a turnover. The clock's still ticking. Oh my, Karloftis was just too slow. And then, they got lucky. 32 dropped that. Oh, Michael Carter. I forgot Michael Carter was even on the Jets. Karloftis has just he's been there but not there. He can't bring him down. What is a 3rd down? Kansas City got a break there. 3rd and 7. Let's hope you get another break. Get a sack, something. No pressure again. No pressure again. Like, it's 3rd down. What are we doing? We can't beat our mans, and it's sad. You can't beat your man against the Jets offensive line. It's a catch, but it's not a first. That's a hell of a catch by Wilson. They're going for it on 4th and 1. I wonder if they're going to go for it. They just try to draw Kansas City offside. I wonder if they're going to try to go for it or if they're kicking this field goal. They get the ball at half. I think you're best off kicking the field goal, but who knows? Yeah, okay, they're kicking a field goal. I hope he misses. And now we got a short field. He missed it. You can get in field goal range. You got 2 timeouts. You got 2 timeouts, 28 seconds. Yeah, you can get this in field goal range. I'd love to try to get at least a field goal just for the fact Jets do get the ball first. One, that's a momentum killer for them. And then if you get a field goal, it's another momentum killer for them going in a half. Yeah. Wilson, their defense has regained their confidence, unfortunately. Hopefully, Kansas City can make some second half adjustments. Yeah, defense. This is the worst I've seen the defense look this year, which hasn't been terrible, so that's not bad. But, man, I think it's because they've been on the field a lot, too. The Kansas City Chiefs offense needs to help this team. It needs to help the defense and hold the ball. Yeah, Karloftis is getting amazing pressures. I want to see him get home. And Zach Wilson's just been outrunning him. I didn't know Wilson had those kind of wheels, but apparently he does. Yeah, this has been a rough second quarter after that phenomenal first quarter. Go figure. Kansas City struggles to always play a complete game, and they bite themselves in the ass all the time. I hope Kansas City can get this in field goal range. I really do. I'd love to go up double digits at half. And if anyone can do it, we've seen it in playoff times. Mahomes can work with 13 seconds. You give him 28, they double it. But I don't know. Mahomes doesn't look like himself either today. And that could be credit to the Jets defense as well. The Jets defense has been playing solid football in the second quarter. Come on, Mahomes. Get this momentum back. MVS is in motion. Mahomes is playing like shit today. What is he doing? He's just lofting the ball. What is he doing? He's literally just throwing touch passes. I don't know what Mahomes is on today. He's playing like garbage. And I know we don't say enough, but I give everyone the heat. If you play bad, you play bad. And he's playing bad. And I do not know why he's throwing touch passes like that. It's not working. And he had Kelsey too. If you don't throw a touch pass there and you put some oomph into that throw, Kelsey gets to the sideline. And Jets still have 2 timeouts now with 18 seconds. No pressure again. I get it. Kansas City playing prevent and all that. But at the end of the day, they have a terrible line and you can't get nowhere. It don't make sense. Now Kansas City called timeout. If you call a timeout, you better dial up the right play, and you better get to Wilson. Because it's getting frustrating. Well, and Mahomes wasn't trying to win it with one throw. That's not the case. If he was trying to win it, he would have got it to Kelsey. He's just floating them. Yeah, that wasn't a throw where Mahomes was trying to get it there. Because if he was going to get it there, he would have put some extra power to it. He's lofting them. You got lucky. Garrett Wilson was wide open. That would have been a touchdown if Zach Wilson was accurate. Four seconds. Don't get burned by the Hail Mary. That's all I got to say. Don't get burned by the Hail Mary. Chris Jones got there. Ooh, bro. Yeah, hey, at least. I guess if that means anything, I wish you would have showed up a little earlier, but I guess I'll take the sack to go to half. Just seeing what Salah has to say before I get back to you guys. Yeah, no. So we're at halftime. The Kansas City Chiefs are winning 20-12, but I tell you what, it don't feel good to me at 20-12. And I think the reason it doesn't sit right to me is because they started off 17-0 on a hot streak, and then they just kept shooting themselves in the foot. I think going into halftime, there's definitely got to be some readjustments on both sides of the ball, and it all starts with the offense. One, it's your leader. It's Mahomes. I don't know what he's doing out there, but he needs to look like himself. And the fact you're getting too cute and acting like you're shooting 3-point shots and trying to make a bucket over 3 defenders, that's not what's going to work, unfortunately. So that needs to be adjusted. And two, as we've seen, when the turnovers have happened, even though I won't consider that last one because you had to get a play and you wouldn't have been able to run the ball, but focus on Isaiah Pacheco. Literally, every time you focused on Pop, positive things has happened. And if that's got to be the case for the next 2 quarters to win a game, that's got to be the case. And yes, I say to win a game because this game isn't signed, still delivered. Kansas City's going to win. They need to find a way to win this game. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you need to get after Zach Wilson. As I mentioned to start this live stream, he's not confident. Well, that confidence is starting to come. And if he becomes confident, he got receivers, Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard, running backs in Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook. He got playmakers. He will find a way to make a play. So Chris Jones, you ended it with a sack. You need to continue with sacks. George Karlaftis, you've been getting pressures, but I need you to slam him to the ground. I really do. And yeah, as you mentioned as well, it's just like, if you play your Kansas City Chiefs offense that you normally want to play, balance. So as Teresa mentioned, you got to stay calm. And I don't even want to say they're not calm because I want to say, like, even on Mahomes' interceptions, I feel he's too calm. Like, after his first one, he's just like, oh, yeah, I did that too soft. It's like, okay, Are you too relaxed? Because if you are, let's take it serious. Let's kick it up a notch. I completely, Teron, I completely get what you're saying because you see teams where they're just running up and down the field, whether it be the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, San Francisco 49ers, they move the ball. And then when it comes to Kansas City, it's like, okay, the potential's there. They win games, but it's not as sexy as these other teams. And all I got to say there is I think that's been happening the last few years, but when Kansas City goes toe to toe with them, 9 times out of 10, they do win those matchups against those teams. And I think I've said this my whole life as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and they play down or they play up to their opponent. And that's the most frustrating part to me is if it's a bad opponent, they'll play to the level of that opponent. And if it's a good opponent, you'll see the best Kansas City Chiefs football you've seen. And I wish they would just play top tier all the time. Yeah, wide receiver, like everyone's mentioning, wide receivers do got to get more involved, but it's going to happen eventually. I just don't know when. Like last year, we didn't have anything sexy as 1,000-yard receivers. If Juju was healthy, he might have eclipsed that, but we're not even seeing that production out of Kelsey so far this year. And this is only game 3. He was hurt. I don't know if that knee is still bugging him or anything, but we haven't even seen Kelsey go nuts this year yet. So I got to assume it's going to mesh. I just don't know when. And as you mentioned, yeah, screens, run game, specifically screens. If your most undercover and underrated weapon is Jerick McKinnon, get him the ball. Let him do his thing. Let him have fun. And I think he's honestly Patrick Mahomes' second security blanket behind Travis Kelsey. So I think McKinnon needs to be out there more as a receiving option. Yeah, and that's what bugs me about Kansas City so much is they got the ability to blow teams out. It's they rarely or if ever want to put their foot on someone's neck and just finish them off. That's why last week was so rare to me. I have a hard time always predicting blowouts. And Teron, you make good points. There has been a lot of potential distractions, quote unquote. I think what's beautiful about this part is it is early in the season, so Kansas City has time to readjust, get themselves in the mold, and if they can continue to win, that's perfect. It's kind of like last year, or even the year before, it starts off slow and then it gets clicking, and then they get on a good win streak in November, in December, and then they go on the playoff run. Even in that year when Mahomes wasn't Mahomes, quote unquote. He still took them to the AFC Championship game and lost to the Bengals. Yeah, it's just got to find a way. And we even saw it today, so I don't want to say it's like panic, horn the alarms, anything like that. They were up 17-0, and the offense did look beautiful. It's get back to that and stay to that. And I think they have a hard time staying to the script. And I think even when what you mentioned with Morris Lance with Sky Moore, I think use the receivers to their strengths. Like we all know, every strength of every wide receiver on this team, which is crazy, they all present different threats. Use them in that kind of scenarios. And I feel like we don't. And that's even with the running game as well. Like I say, when we pitch the ball out to CEH, it doesn't make sense. CEH, he can be productive on this team, not when you're pitching it 3 yards backwards because he doesn't have that kind of boost. That's a Pacheco situation. So I feel you got to scheme the right play for the right player, and things will be successful. And I think that's maybe what Coach Reed is struggling with. And hey, don't say offense is bad or anything, but it's putting them in the right scenario to win or to be productive, if I may say so. It's going to be interesting to see how the Kansas City Chiefs come out on defense, because the Jets, they're feeling themselves. Even though they're losing at half, they feel good about themselves. Like, they were losing 17-0, and the fact it's only 20-12, they'll take that any day of the week. And if they're still doing the play action, running, stuff like that, they will try it. The Kansas City Chiefs defense, I want to see how you adjust it. And hopefully Spags has something up his sleeve. No. And that's very valid as well too. I still I stand like 50-50 on that totem pole, because I really believe Coach Reed is calling the play still. I don't think he just handed over to Nagy, because he didn't do that with EB as well. But it doesn't mean the presence is different either. Just because EB is not calling the plays here doesn't mean the presence isn't missed. I 1,000% agree with that as well. And even though, what was it, 2018, 2019 when Nagy was here, and he was really good offense coordinator, that was 5 years ago. Like, this is a whole new team. Like, you just got Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and I don't even know who else you have on the offense when Matt Nagy was OC. So it may take a moment to get adjusted to what Nagy does as well. Not saying Nagy's a bad OC, but hey, people didn't realize it could be a little drop off for a while before it looks like the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Yeah, Micah, as you mentioned as well, I don't want to quote unquote put it on just the receivers. I think this is a whole collective thing as well, from coaching to QB1 to receivers. It's kind of like what we dealt with last year with the new receiving core that when they all came in. That huge getting comfortable and being in sync is huge for this team, and it's obviously not there yet. So I don't know when that'll happen, but hopefully it's soon. But like you mentioned, just for everyone to throw it on the wide receivers, I don't think is fair, because the coaching has a play in it, and so does QB1 himself. So it's a collective effort. Well, and Teresa, as you mentioned as well too, I think what people don't focus on a lot, Kansas City's been in this situation for a while where I hear a lot of analysts say it's like, oh, Kansas City's going to get everyone's best shot, yada, yada, yada. Kansas City's been getting everyone's best shot for 5 years. Even when they didn't win when they weren't even in the Super Bowl, when it was the Bengals and Rams, and the Rams won the Super Bowl. People still respected the Chiefs more than the Rams and Bengals. People always want a gun for the Chiefs, so we're always going to get everyone's best shot as long as Mahomes is our quarterback and Reed is our coach. Kansas City just got to learn, hey, don't sleep on anybody. You got to run through every single opponent and play your best football. And Teron, you make a very valid point too. I think once that chemistry between Rashee Rice and Patrick Mahomes evolves, those drops will go away. You could tell they're definitely not in sync at the moment. Yeah, David, as you mentioned, and it's good to see you in the chat. Yeah, EB could be more beneficial than what a lot of us imagined. And like you said, and hey, you owned up to it. A lot of Chiefs Kingdom was ready to run him out of town, and maybe he wasn't calling the plays, but it Just because he wasn't calling the plays doesn't mean he was not impactful. And the transition can be bigger than what a lot of us anticipated. I don't want to say Nagy's a bad OC because he was a good OC with Kansas City when he was here. I think it's a different speed than what EB was. That's definitely for sure. Yeah, Tyler, I don't even want to focus on that, but that's been the $1,000,000 question because we don't even know when Coach Reid's going to retire, and hopefully it's no time soon. But I'm definitely curious if it is 5, 6, 1,000 years, hopefully, when Reid retires. Who is that next man in line? And hopefully it's someone who can carry that baton well. They won't be Coach Reid, but carry the baton. We're back. They kicked off. Jets will take over on the 25. It was a touchback. And David, that is a very valid point. And I love what Coach EB is doing for the Commanders. Looking very, very clean. But also, last year too and the year before, when we started the season with Coach EB, it was rocky. Let's not forget about that. It wasn't always clean, the nicest thing out there. That's why I think Coach Reid has his hand on this more than any one of us can imagine. Hold up. Going deep. Same old thing. Defense didn't learn anything, huh? Guess who has their confidence? It's definitely Zach Wilson. That's frustrating. It was great coverage by Drew Tranquil. Zach Wilson just threw a beautiful ball. We're making Zach Wilson look like Aaron Rodgers out here. The Jets are already on the 50. Play action again. No pressure again. This is the worst I've seen the Chiefs defense look all year. I'm sorry. They literally got Zach Wilson looking like Aaron Rodgers out here. That's frustrating. And I think that, honestly, that's what I was concerned about coming into this game. And like I mentioned to start this stream off, I think Kansas City was too cocky coming into this. Like I mentioned, it's star-studded. Mahomes has his new shoe banner, big, I don't even know what it is, hologram over a building, things like that. They came in here like they owned this game, and that can phase a team. Oh, you're going to come in our house, bring every one of your top-notch celebrities, advertise on our building. That can piss people off. And the Jets are like, hey, we're not going to get ran over. And the Kansas City Chiefs, you could see, they came in here lazy, relaxed. And they need to step up their tempo because the Jets came to play. Hold on, I'm trying to go to the comments, but also trying to... Hold on, let's get to the second 7, then I'll get back to the comments real quick. Because Zach Wilson's moving the ball on us. This is ridiculous. These dudes are just making catches, like ridiculous catches, and dudes I never even heard of. And Zach Wilson's just throwing dart after dart after dart. And again, I love Chanel. I don't want him in coverage like that, but what you gonna do? '82's in motion, handoff, missed tackle. Oh, no, Joshua Williams stuck to it. Oh, good tackle, Williams. That either Reid or Mahomes always takes turns wearing the Duns hat, and there's never a week when they don't wear it. Yeah, and like you mentioned, Nisha, I believe, yeah, it's been inconsistent. It's rare we see a well-balanced offense attack, besides last week, but you're right. It's inconsistent. Nothing ever is 100% positive with Reed or Mahomes and it's clicking full cylinder. And they just need to find that rhythm. 2nd and 13. Catch by Wilson. That'll make it 3rd and 7. A 3rd and 8. Wilson over here looking great. He playing out his mind. And watch next week, he's going to throw 5 interceptions. All right, 3rd and 8. Let's make a play, defense. Come on. Can we get to Wilson? This is stupid. They look like utter crap. They look like complete crap. This is ridiculous. This is absurd what Wilson is doing. And Cook was in good coverage. He's literally putting it on the money. Tie game. Kansas City deserves this. Yeah, if it was Rodgers against Mahomes, Rodgers would probably be blowing our ass out. We're playing terrible. We were up 17-0. Our team with our offense should not blow a 17-point lead to a New York Jets team that has not clicked once this year. But look at us. That's frustrating. The defense definitely does miss Bolton, but also I don't want Bolton running in coverage the way Chanel was. Drew Tranquil was in great coverage as well. Zach Wilson he dicing us up. He putting them in perfect areas. And Micah, Chief's concern is right. Like I mentioned, you're coming in with celebrities. Mahomes advertised his new shoes on buildings. Kansas City came in here acting like they already won. Guess what? The Jets took that disrespectful. I guarantee that. And now they're going to show, hey, you got a game to play. Don't forget. And they came to play football. Kansas City doesn't look like they came to play football after the first quarter. Yeah, it was a ridiculous drive. It was BS. Now we got to hope the offense finds rhythm because this defense is crazy to say. This defense is not stopping Zach Wilson. That's sad to say. Yeah, Wilson, like I said, like you mentioned Toronto as well, everything that was against the Jets, they used it as motivation. The Chiefs set themselves up for this. Yeah, we would be giving the Jets life if they win. I'm not giving up on, of course, Chiefs and Mahomes. I know none of y'all are either. It's unfortunate. Like you mentioned, have faith in Pat. We most definitely will have faith in Patrick Mahomes. It's just the sequence that took over. You were up 17-0 against probably the worst offense in the league. Who have they even scored 20 points in a game this year? And they scored in 2 quarters 20 points. That's where it gets frustrating. And your defense being clicking for the first 3 weeks of the season, and then you go up against the offense who hasn't done nothing. And now your defense hasn't done nothing. Like, why are we laying an egg? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, David, it would be a rough one. This would be a rough loss. Again, we're not going to count them out, but they definitely need to make those halftime adjustments, and the defense hasn't yet. All right, Mahomes. That was a terrible second quarter by you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be blunt with you. I'm going to need you to correct it. First and 10. Kadarius Toney in motion. Handoff Pacheco. Pacheco loses a yard. Jets got momentum. Pacheco, what are you doing? Yep. The Jets are getting under their skin. I don't like this. You could tell the Chiefs are flustered, and the Jets are using it. This is not looking good, guys. Mahomes sack now. You can see the look in Mahomes' eyes. He doesn't look like Mahomes. I saw it after the second pick as well. He's not into this game. And I know because I've seen Mahomes when he wants to get in that killer instinct. And right now, he just looks lost. Going deep. Terrible series. They thought they were too good for this game. This is a good reality check for them. They came into this game thinking they was hot shit, and they getting slapped around now. The Jets gonna score every time they touch the ball, unfortunately. until I see something that makes me happy about it, I don't see nothing that's changing my opinion on that. Well, yeah, as you mentioned, Toronto as well. Yeah, it is play calling, but also too, Kansas City's playing to their hand. Kansas City's not doing nothing. Like, they're not playing coverage. They're not getting pressure. They're letting Wilson actually be a quarterback, which sucks. It really sucks. Yeah, they did go Hollywood. Yep. They went complete Hollywood. All week they was focused on Taylor Swift. Mahomes' wife was out. Did they even focus on the game? Because I heard all that this week, but I didn't hear, oh, we're focused on the Jets. I didn't hear none of that. They probably were, but I heard a lot more media focus than game plan motion focus. Now I'm all jumbled up. Yeah, the Jets D-line, they're winning in the trenches now. Chiefs need to do something, but I don't see the look in Mahomes' eyes. That coming out of half, the defense didn't look positive. Things can change in a heartbeat, but I needed to change like now. Yeah, I'm not liking this either, man. Like I said, it could change in a heartbeat, but they need to dial up something. Right now, they look lost, which is concerning. Yeah, the Bengals are struggling as well too, and people put a lot on Burrow's injury, which does rightfully so need to be put on. But his offensive line is terrible. I think even if he was healthy, I don't know if the Bengals would be that much better. Like he's getting hit every play, and they just don't seem in sync. But you never know. He did miss all the training camp too, and then they had an unfortunate injury with T Higgins all day to throw. Thankfully, he threw a bad pass out of bounds. Yeah, he was. That last drive was ridiculous. He was dotting them up. Quick pass. 3rd and 9. I'd love to see the defense make a play here. Hey, Spags, can you bring the dogs out? I haven't seen them at all today. And I'm not even going to consider that last pass on to end the half of Chris Jones' sack bringing the dogs out. And I'm surprised Kansas City cannot get a turnover on this offense. Like, Zach Wilson is prone to turning the ball over, and this defense can't get a turnover. Get back there, boys. Come on. Nothing. All day to throw again. He didn't pick it up, but no pressure again. That's frustrating. They're making the Jets' offensive line look like the Kansas City Chiefs' 2003 offensive line. Nobody can get back there. That's absurd. I'm surprised this is a fake. He taking a while. Washington just clean catch it. Washington solid. No, she should leave. Offense, you need to do something. You need to do something. One, it's not even to give the offense life. It's to show this Jets defense. They're cocky right now. They're loving life. You need to put them in their place. Like, if they're going to run on the momentum, they're going to keep doing their thing. If they lose this game, Taylor Swift won't be showing up to any more games. That's for sure. Yeah, at least in the Lions game too. Like they were competitive. They kept going back and forth, toe to toe, blow for blow. And honestly, if it wasn't for Kadarius Toney's drop pass, even though I want to put it all on him, they probably win a game. Now they were up 17-0 here, and then it's like, oh, let's not play football no more, which is frustrating. Yeah, this would probably be your definition of a scripted game. And I wouldn't even say scripted for the Chiefs to lose, but exactly how I mentioned this game was all the celebrities are here to draw a crowd, an audience, because no one's going to watch this game unless it's the fan base. So with Aaron Rodgers being out, you don't get the Rodgers-Mahomes thing. So they're like, oh, scripted. Blow them out, Jets come back, and the Kansas City pull it off. You're right, that'd be your definition of a scripted game. Yeah, they acting full Hollywood right now. They've been acting full Hollywood actually all off season too. Yep, Teresa. The offense they need to bounce back. They need a life. You got a 3 and out. The defense gave you something to work with. Start it off. Run Pacheco. I don't even know. I don't even know what we'll work on. You need to find a weak spot on that Jets defense now, because that Jets defense is feeling themselves. All right, 1st and 10 on their own 11. Hand off Pacheco. There goes Pacheco. Look at him. Give him the ball. He'll give you life. 15. Is he over 100 yet? I would keep giving it to Pacheco, and it's going to open up the pass game. I really believe it. And it could happen this game. Pacheco again. Pickup of 2, and Mike Tirico just announced it's his 2nd time that he's over 100 yards in his career. Good for you, Pacheco. They're comparing Pacheco to Marshawn Lynch. I don't know if I go that far. There's similarities, but Marshawn was a bigger back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is in the game now. What is that gonna do? Again, I don't get it. Those aren't the plays for CEH. That's Jet McKinnon. Why isn't Jerick McKinnon getting that catch? He's picking up more than a yard there. Now it's 3rd down again. That's frustrating. This whole offense has been very quiet. Not just Travis Kelce. Get out of there, Mahomes. They're going to throw a whole... That's a flag. What's going... Mahomes isn't confident. He's holding the ball way too long. He doesn't believe in any of this. This is Mahomes' fault. Mahomes doesn't look like Mahomes. It'll be declined. I don't know. I don't see us moving the ball, and it's all because of Mahomes. He does... Look, looking at his face, he doesn't look dialed in, zoned in like he can make a play. That was clever. He got away from 4, but... It's frustrating, man. We really need the defense to make a play because I don't know if the offense will. And that's the point I'm at this. I don't see the offense moving the ball because they haven't really given me the thought to say they will. Jets made adjustments. The Chiefs can't. That sucks. They're beating us all over the field, all phases. Unfortunately, Kansas City can't catch a break, and now Mahomes he's looking lost. And then again, coaching's not helping out whatsoever. Your best pass catching running back is Jerick McKinnon, but then you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire run out of the backfield and you throw it to him like he's going to do anything special. No. Get McKinnon out there. What did you bring McKinnon back for? To be on the bench? No. We need anything. I don't wide receiver, tight end, running back. I need someone to make a play. I don't care who it is at this point. And again, Micah, as you mentioned, I don't even think he's a receiver. He don't trust anybody right now. He ain't throwing the tight ends. He ain't throwing the running backs. When he throws it to CH, he don't make a play. He don't trust anybody. He look lost. Oh, I heard Nick Jones was back. Has he been on the field today, though? If he has, I believe, what, is he covering in for Jalen Watson because Watson's out today? You would have thought they'd played you would have thought they'd play the Jet against the Jets. I thought it'd be perfect opportunity too as well, but I'm not a coach. Well, Teron, with that though, that wasn't Nagy's decision though. That's Coach Reed and the staff's decision. On P Ryan over CEH or CEH over P Ryan. I don't think I definitely know he doesn't have that kind of authority. I could be wrong though. A pitch, Brees Hall hits that hole hard. He's gone. Great tackle by Cook. I don't feel good about this game, y'all. That sucks. Chiefs look beat. They look beat. They thought they had this game won at 17-0, and they got shut up. So much for they had me believing in they was the best defense in the NFL. I should never have jumped on that bandwagon because they laying a complete egg against the Jets, who are the worst offense in the NFL. Zach Wilson, play action, always pathetic. Hopefully it's on the Jets on this flag. Hopefully it's coming back. Yep, it's coming back. Okay. Okay, Nick Jones. Yeah, I can see Nick Jones getting eased in on special teams before he's starting on defense. At least he's getting out on the field. Dirtbag, you're probably right. I don't know. Taylor Swift probably too young for Zach Wilson. First and 15 now, the illegal man downfield. Handoff. Pick up about like 3. Second and 12, I would assume. Yeah, Teresa, I don't know how we win either. They got to show life, and they haven't showed life since the first quarter. They need to show me something positive. I don't care what side of the ball it is. We got a 3rd and 11. Let's hope something happens. It's funny, I was going to say Juan Thornhill on coverage, but I forgot McDuffie's 22. And Micah, yeah, I mean, you're probably right, but they need to give up on that. He was a first-round pick like 1,000 years ago. He ain't good. He ain't a first-round pick talent. You got put your best players out on the field, but I get what you're saying too. 3rd and 11. Let's see what happens. Can we sick the dogs? Nope, we can't. He got all day to throw. Well, it was deflective. Good play by McDuffie. That was in the punt. Mike Edwards is playing some solid ball these last 2 weeks. He's the one I could take away. And that ball hung in the air forever. You tell me that couldn't be picked? Okay, boys. Offense will get another chance. Well, they were always going to get another chance, but the Jets aren't scoring. Well, hopefully not. Hold up. Let's hold my breath. I'll punt the ball. I can't hold my breath forever. Back at the 11, so they're starting identical to the last drive. Let's hope it's more positive. Yeah, McDuffie looked good on that series. I'm pleased with that. I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention to Chris Jones, but that wouldn't surprise me. It's been heard in the past that there has been a lack of effort. That's something I'll catch throughout next week, zoning in on that. But I can't have my guys not. They got it. I got to be full effort here. I'm gonna say you're losing a game right now, not tied. Rashee Rice. Pickup of 9. See, he never go down after the first catch, after the first contact. 2nd and 1, Pacheco. You get a first down. You just got to hold on to the ball and get a rhythm. That's all it is. It don't got to be the sexiest thing in the world. You just got to get yards. It's all it's got to be. All right, Pacheco. More in motion. Mahomes fumbled the snap. And Mahomes picked up the yard. He picked up the fumble. Hey. But Mahomes launched forward like a QB sneak and didn't dislocate his knee. So maybe now Coach Reed will do QB sneaks. I doubt it. All right, it's 1st and 10, though. Kansas City got a lucky break. Pacheco. Pickup of 2. Yeah, Toronto, I'm going to focus on it the next drive. I'm going to focus on CJ, see what's going on there. I haven't really been zoned. I've been zoned in on everybody. Actually, no. I've been hoping to see somebody get back there and I'll be zoned in, but I haven't seen no one get back there. Come on, boys. Make a play. Kelsey picks up 4. It'll be 3rd and short again. You need to pick up this 3rd down. You need to keep things moving smoothly here. Third and 4. Come on, guys. Jerick McKinnon's in the game. Perfect. That's who you need. MVS is in motion. MVS with the catch. Thank you. Pick up a 6. All right, and now I see. That's the look I want to see on Mahomes' face. Okay, I'm dialed in. I don't know what I saw on his face earlier because I never seen that look. He just looked lost. Now I see the squint in his eyes, dialed in. Let's do this. Come on. Give it to Pacheco on 1st down. Moore's in motion. Good catch by Watson. Pickup of like 4 or 5. We're going to the 4th quarter. These boys better be dialed in now. I don't care what happened 2nd, 3rd quarter, or even 1st quarter. It's basically 0-0 ball game. Get points on the board. Let's get to this chat. Yeah, Teresa, ever since the safety was downhill because the defense was playing good in the whole first quarter, and then I don't know what happened after the safety. It just looked chaotic. I wouldn't be surprised, Teron, as well. I saw there was a video, and I forgot. I don't know if it was last night or where Kelsey was leaving Taylor Swift's house early in the morning. I don't know if that was last night or if it was Saturday or what it may be. But yeah, I don't feel like they're dialed into this game. And they're getting what they asked for because they weren't fully focused. I don't want to focus on Pat's bags under his eye. He has those bags under his eyes 24/7. Initially, I thought it was because of his kids. Because I noticed that last year. I'm like, man, does Pat ever get any sleep? Yeah, quick passes will do it. Focus on the run, quick passes, stay consistent. Mahomes looks, I see the look in his eye like he's dialed in. Hopefully, I'm not overshooting that, and hopefully it's nothing too crazy. Now I'm nervous for Minnesota next week. Minnesota won their first game this week. We got to get over this game first, but I'm thinking, we got to go against Justin Jefferson and all that. Okay. Yeah, see, that's not a good look that you leaving, even though you got a late night game. I know I sound like a father or something, but you leaving a girl's house on a school night. All right, offense. 2nd and 5. Quick pass, Kelsey. Kelsey picked up 10. All right, Kelsey, get hype. Yeah, I'm going to need y'all to get hype. Yeah, they're trying to get their rhythm back. This is the most I've seen. It's only been twice, but I'm not used to them calling tight end screens like this. I remember when Kelsey had that tight end screen for 80 yards to the house against Denver, like what, his 3rd or 4th year? Tony's in motion. I think this is the first time I've seen Tony in the game since he's made a play. That's offsides. Yeah, that's encroachment offsides. It's got to be on the Jets. It's got to be on the Jets. Yep. On evaded to the quarterback. Let's go. 1st and 5. Stop showing her. Well, you can show Travis Kelce's mom. I don't care. I love her. But, man, if we winning, I'm good with it. But we ain't winning right now. Pitch to Pacheco. He picks up like 2 or 3. 2nd and something. 2nd and short. Yeah, they're trying to get hyped and their momentum back up. They definitely need to. It's 4th quarter. Let's get it rolling, boys. it kind of is. It is kind of like any given Sunday. I would love a Sky Moore touchdown. I'd love any touchdown. I haven't seen a touchdown since the 1st quarter. 2nd and 3. Pacheco's in motion. Rashee Rice. That's what he does. Like, that's what Rashee Rice can do. He never goes down off the first contact. That's why I love this dude. But you're right. His hands are inconsistent. But imagine when he does become a pure catcher, he can be a threat. Get in the end zone. Get in the end zone. All right, Pacheco. Give it to Pacheco on first down. Moore's in motion. Hand off to Moore. Get there, Moore. Get there, Moore. What a play by Moore. First and goal? Or first and 10? What is it? Get this in the end zone. Get this in the end zone. Play clean football. Good run, Pacheco. It was a pickup of 3, but I could live with that. I thought it was going to be a loss. I don't want a field goal. I need end zone. Come on. Dial something up. Don't do anything cute. Just dial up the right play. Hey, this is what I'm with you, Micah, Teron. Get Justin Ross in there. Fade route. Let him show he's a grown man. We may need to be a little closer for that, but we gonna get a field goal on this drive, huh? It's intentional grounding. It didn't get to the line of scrimmage. I'd be surprised if they don't call it. Wow, they didn't call it. I thought that was intentional grounding. I think Toronto, he picked the right hole on that one because he, Sky Moore on that reverse. You say we're lucky we're playing against the worst QB in the league. He looked like Aaron Rodgers tonight, though. I don't know. All right, 3rd and 9. O-line, hold up. Come on, please. Rashee Rice, go for it. They're going to kick the field goal. I know they are. So there's those red zone struggles as usual. Come on, Bucker. I guess make this, even though it doesn't mean nothing. I ain't pleased with it. I would have loved a touchdown. All right. Defense, you've had 2 stops in a row. Keep it up. Keep it up. Hopefully we give you a long field here. That'd be perfect if we give you a long field. Right? Yeah, it's been a dogfight, which is crazy. Kansas City always does this. This is why we shouldn't be shocked. We did it with the Texans last year. We do it with every team. Texans had 1 win, and we beat them in overtime. It's rare KC has blowouts like they did last week against Chicago. I don't. So to your question, I think it's more play calling. Definitely when it becomes in the red zone, because we can't move the ball when it comes in the red zone. Now, of course, every phase gets affected by it. Receivers, running backs, yada yada yada. But if you dial up the right play, you'd be successful. And that's why I mentioned it's like, bring your big body guys in to like Justin Ross or someone like that. Rashee Rice is out there, and you could see. Rashee Rice was probably the biggest receiver besides Kelsey and Noah Gray out there, and Mahomes was dialed in on him because he knows if he can get it to him, he'll either make a play or it won't be turned over. So that's a prime example where I'd be like, get Ross to snap out there. I don't even think Ross has seen the field today. Yeah. This was a trap one. Everyone probably put a lot of bets on this game, thinking that Kansas City was going to do their thing. The sports books, they'll be happy. Well, they won't be happy actually, because Kansas City. What was the cover? I know the Chiefs aren't covering. Chiefs defense definitely got rest. That's definitely a positive, if anything. Let's see how they respond. Spags, he's known for fourth quarter. Blitz, blitz, blitz. So hopefully he dials it up. Like, you can't keep these play action passes keep going and going and going, and Wilson just got a clean pocket. It's inexcusable. Oh, that's cool to hear that you have a childhood friend from Greece that used to play. That's dope. 3-1 is way better than 2-2. You are so right on that. I am not going to argue that whatsoever. You're right, Micah. Yeah, I'm not arguing that whatsoever. It's kind of, that's why I say it's play calling, because the same with, even though they're learning, Pacheco is a one man wrecking crew. Um, they do it like it goes Pacheco, Jerick McKinnon, and then CEH. They don't stick with one guy. It's the same in the wide receiver room as well. They need to learn to stick with a few guys. All right, defense is back on the field. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Chanel. Defense, you show you're the aggressor now. Oh, Karloftis. Oh, that's dope. Mr. Water Polo himself. Keep Chanel out there. Chanel, if they're gonna do that kind of stuff, he's Mr. Death Row. He's your aggressor. Come on. 2nd and 10. He lost yards. Oh, whatever. That's a terrible spot. Was that a catch? I guess it was. 3rd down, boys. This would be huge. You get the ball back. If you could have a long, sustaining drive and get a touchdown, that might be game. Bring the dogs. Bring the dogs. I don't know what to say. Do not let them get this 3rd down. He got it. And again, and no discredit to Karloftis, but Karloftis should not be in coverage against Garrett Wilson. He needs to be the one going after the quarterback. Terrible defensive play design. Zach Wilson even knows better. Oh, I got a pass rusher on my number 1 wide receiver? I'll take it. It's obvious. This is ridiculous. The Jets are going to go down and score the touchdown, if anything. This defense has looked pathetic today. It's like they're close, but they can never get home. And then the Jets make something positive of it. Dalvin Cook for a pickup of a yard. I just don't get why, man, we're letting the Jets do what they want to do. This defense literally decided not to show up today. Fumble. Deshaun Wharton. Lucky break. They need to score a touchdown. I'm sorry. And welcome back to Deshaun Wharton after a torn ACL, getting back involved in the lineup. Wilson he did a Mahomes earlier, dropped the snap. He just didn't fall on it. Wharton did. I'll take a lucky break. Kansas City needs to score a touchdown, though. Yeah, they better not waste this. Yeah, they need to score a touchdown. Not a field goal, because a field goal still... Jets can score a touchdown and win it. They need a touchdown. The Taylor Swift effect. It seems like it's hitting them strong. Wilson usually does suck. I will give you that, but he been dicing us up today. He's looking good today, besides that miscue. And that's... Micah, you bring up a great point. You don't gotta rush this. Just play balanced football. Give it to Pacheco. Throw your short passes. Do what you need to do to get downfield. You don't need to throw home run balls. We do. You're right. The way they use Garrett Wilson, I would love, if anyone would be that role initially, it'd probably be Rashee Rice. And once they get, again, I hate saying it, but once the chemistry, the comfortability gets there, things will evolve for Rice. I think it will take, of course, longer for Justin Ross. Hey, let's definitely have some fun. I can celebrate over a fumble any day. If they score a touchdown for us, I'll lose my mind. I would love, Tyler, if we run the ball now, I think it would be perfect. Just keep it to Pacheco has been eating in this game. There's no reason to avoid him here. Let him do what he does. And as Micah said, no CEH. The game's on the line. Let Pacheco do it. He's the grown man. Let him do it. Run the damn ball. And in this game. Okay, come on, boys. More emotion. Hand off to Pacheco. Oh, Pacheco went too wide. That was on Pacheco. And also, too, I think I don't want to blame Rashee Rice, but it looks like he may have missed one of those blocks, but it would have been a loss anyways. But Teron, even though you think it's Nagy, if we're in this dire situation, you would think Reed would take over by now. And we're still not doing anything. We've had these struggles even with EB. Mahomes is trying to let the Jets win this game. I guess we're not going to get no points here. The Jets going to get the ball right back. It's going to come back. It's coming back, though, Mahomes. I never see Mahomes dive 5 yards forward like that. Oh, thank you, Jawan Taylor. You're so perfect at getting a damn penalty every fourth quarter to cost us shit. Appreciate you. Just don't do anything stupid to turn the ball over. It's going to be hard to get 22 yards on this defense. At the end, man, this sucks. I'm going to say just try to pick up what you can, and if you got to punt, make sure you pin them, and make sure if Wilson going to win this game, make him drive 99 yards. He got there. That's QB1. Better be holding on the defense. Thank you, Mahomes. Come on. Good run, Pacheco. 4 or 5 yards. I can live with that. You need a touchdown, though. I don't care. I don't need a field goal. I need a touchdown. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he's up. Like I said, I seen the different look in his eye once that fourth quarter came. Get a touchdown. Pitch to Pacheco. Oh my God. 3rd and long again. A field goal gives the Jets to win this by 1 point. I hope the Chiefs know that. Come on, offense. There's going to be a flag on the Chiefs. There's so many flags flying around right now. God damn. You just can't get excited for anything. And I bet, does that take us out of field goal range now? And this one's on Trey Smith now. Yeah, it was a slight tug. Yeah, this takes us out of field goal range now. Well, a field goal doesn't do anything anyways. So Kelsey's not in the play, so you need a wide receiver to step up now. Mahomes is just garbage. Hopefully it's on the defense. Hopefully it's on the defense because... Okay, he's saying it's on the defense. Hopefully. Defensive holding. Thank goodness. Sorry I called you garbage, Mahomes, but that's too many picks I'm seeing you throw today. Automatic first. I'm sorry I called you garbage, Mahomes. I feel bad now, but so many picks. What, that was a holding. He was all over MVS, but that was more contact than what Juju had in the Super Bowl. Am I missing something? Yeah, he had a show. He rocked him. He had both of his arms. Pacheco's taking it too far outside now. Pacheco, just go forward, boy. And Kansas City's playing it conservative. Kansas City, you need a touchdown. Come on, offense. Third and short. Third and short. You got to pick this up. Third and 1. If you give it to Pacheco, forward. 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 Don't bust it out. You got to go forward. Oh, they're doing some cute shit. What are they doing? McKinnon got it, but oh my goodness. What were you doing, Reed? He loves his cute shit. He sure can't help himself. Touchdown. You need a touchdown. Pacheco, north-south, north-south. Don't try to get to the sideline. Kadarius Toney's in motion. Solid run, Pacheco. Pick up a 7. I'm so happy. I'm not happy yet, but if Kansas City wins this game, it's what I said initially. Isaiah Pacheco is going to win this game. Keep it to him. Pacheco just needs to stay in bounds and pick up the first downs. Because Kansas City has no intention of getting a touchdown. And if that's the case, just keep running forward. Like, you got to take all the clock, and you got to make sure the Jets take all their timeouts. Because if you just get a field goal, the Jets can still win this thing by 1 point. You can't let that happen. Yep, keep Pacheco in. As always, Teron, I appreciate it. I love doing the stream with you guys, even when it's this stressful. But I appreciate the super chat. I really, really do. Let's hope we pull out a W here. Come on, Pacheco. Pacheco got the first. That's a grown man right there. He found the hole and got there. And I love that from Pacheco. You remember the number one issue from him coming out of his rookie year was he struggles to find the hole. He found the hole perfect there. Come on, Pop. Get this. 159 total yards for Isaiah Pacheco today. This is his best game of his career so far. He can't lose this. Give him a walk-off touchdown. Just ball security. Hold on to the football and go forward. They'll use their timeout. What is this, third down now? No, this is second down now. All right. I'm still not confident. Like, if it's just a field goal, I want to see Pacheco just break it in the end zone and call game. Yeah, as you mentioned, Teron, yeah, it was a horrid game. But these are the type of games, as we always say, championship teams need to win and find a way to win. The Chiefs need to find a way to win this game. It's not over yet. They need to. I would love if they got in the end zone. Pacheco's on the sideline, so I don't know what's going to happen here. McKinnon's in. Go McKinnon. Go McKinnon. He picked up 5. This will take it to the 2-minute warning. At least Reed was smart there. He's like, bring in McKinnon. Let's not do CEH. Let's bring in Jerick McKinnon. 2-minute warning. It's definitely going to be a run. I hope he breaks it for the first down in its game. But it looks like the Jets will get one more shot at this. Oh, goodness. I hope Pacheco or McKinnon breaks it for a first down and just eases my heart a little bit. Yeah, he a grown man. He a different species. It was a perfect homecoming game for Isaiah Pacheco. We need to finish it with a W. And Teron, you say that, I guarantee you, I'm not going to be surprised if Andy Reid dials up a pass here to pick up the first. And that would be the most dumbest thing because if it's incomplete, Jets got full 2 minutes. I say you just run the ball, and if you don't get it, you don't get it. Eats up the clock, and then you kick a field goal, and then you hope your defense can stop them for a minute, 20 seconds. That's what you hope for at the end of the day. But I can see Andy Reid throwing the ball here. I really can. I hope he doesn't. You're right, Tyler. Run the ball. Snap, crackle, pop. Get Isaiah Pacheco in there. My vote is run. Andy Reid may have a say in pass. And never count out the cute shit. Because the cute shit could happen. I just say run is so safe. It's conservative. Yeah. Is it not likely you'll pick up the first? Yeah. But it eats the clock. And then you'll still kick a field goal, hopefully, and get it. And if you don't get it, Jets still need a touchdown. Well, they can drive the field and get a field goal, take it to overtime. Yeah. I think the smart play is the run. But knowing Coach Reid, everything is on the table. Everything is on the table. If I was Mahomes, if it's a pass and you don't see nothing, go down for a sack or you run and make a play yourself. Don't throw it. Unless it's obviously there. Oh, it looks like a pass. It looks like a pass. It is a pass. Go Mahomes. Mahomes got the touchdown. He played it safe, Mahomes. I know you're respectful and all that, but get the touchdown. That's game. They won. I wanted the touchdown. That's just respect. I just wanted respect. I called it, though. If they're gonna throw him, Mahomes doesn't find his guy, he's running. They won. They're 3-1. It was the ugliest game. He's funny. Ta-da. That's what makes it seem scripted more than anything. They seem still cool. I wish they would have scored the touchdown. I wish they would have scored the touchdown, but it is what it is. A W's a W, right? Jets played tough, and like I mentioned, the Jets defense was going to play us tough. Salah's pissed off, so this game's not over. And a flag's thrown on him. He's mad at the Sauce Gardner penalty. But wasn't it? Like, am I crazy? Am I missing something? Like, it was. It was a hold. Toronto, he didn't score because it's the respectable thing to do. And he knew if he just needed it, Kansas City will just run out the clock. And they would still win. Screw respectable. Your offense wasn't clicking. Get in the end zone. you didn't score a touchdown since the first quarter. I want a touchdown. Salah looks pissed. I want to see this handshake. You better treat my man Reed. He didn't do anything to you. You better shake his hand like a professional. Oh, that was nice from Mahomes. I barely heard it, but when he dapped up Zach Wilson, he's like, hey, play like that all year. He's like, you'll be good. I will say, that's the surprising thing with me today is Zach Wilson. I don't know if our defense just decided to play like ass today, what it may be, but he looked great. It was definitely his best game today. He had an unfortunate fumble. It sucks, but he played a really, really solid game. But Kansas City still got a lot to work on. I'll take being 3-1 any day of the week, but they're showing the. Why do they always? Now they're doing like it was the Super Bowl. Isn't that a hold? That looked like an obvious hold. I don't know. Maybe I don't know defense. I don't know. Now we're going to hear it all on social media all week. Kansas City gets another win because of a hold. That wasn't a hold. Makes no sense. But, like I mentioned, solid win for Kansas City. 3-1. I can live with it. Top of the division. Better than 2-2. I'm excited. Definitely a lot to work on. I was hoping the offense would look great humming. They did to start the game, but then, hey, it didn't happen throughout. Hopefully next week we play Minnesota. Minnesota doesn't have a good defense, so keep that thing running. And don't, defense, you got a challenge next week. You're playing the best receiver in the league. Snead, McDuffie, whoever it is, lock up, zone in, do your thing. With that, we will be dialed in on it, though. I will be going live for that game. I believe it's an afternoon game, right? Whatever it is, it'll be on the channel. We'll be doing a live stream, play-by-play, doing the same old thing. It'll be fun. I appreciate Chiefs Kingdom. Any fans of the NFL that came in and enjoyed the stream, I appreciate you all checking in. With that, I'm going to sign off the channel. It's getting late, and I got work in the morning. So y'all take care. Peace. Oh, wait, hold on. I still got chats coming in before I'm saying peace. Teresa, thank you for the super chat. That's what it felt like. It always feels like a therapy session. Definitely in these tight-knit, close games. Teron, yeah, 30, 20, double digit. It at least satisfies me better. I know a win is a win, but I want the 30 points. Wouldn't that be funny if this was the turnaround game for Zach Wilson? Like, really? Like, he just starts balling out now, and he just goes on a streak. That'd be crazy. But I don't know. The Chiefs' defense didn't look like the Chiefs' defense to me tonight. Like, they didn't put no pressure on him whatsoever, and I don't know why Spags didn't do that. Like, you let him become comfortable and confident, like, makes no sense. Like, he was a fragile quarterback coming into this game. Disrupt him. Make his life hell. And Spags didn't bring anyone, which is nuts. Yeah, I don't want to imagine what Aaron Rodgers would have done to us. I really don't want to imagine that whatsoever. Thankfully, it was just Zach Wilson. Micah, you're right. The Hollywood stuff stops now. Taylor Swift, you don't need to come to the Vikings game. We're good. We're good to go. We eased out of this one. I don't need any more games like this. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. We will get more like this, unfortunately. All right, y'all. I'm gonna sign off now. Y'all take care. I'll do a quick recap tomorrow video of all this nonsense. So please be sure not to miss out on that. That should be a fun one. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good night.